What's going on, everyone?
What's up?
Welcome back to the Fudge Effect. As always, it is always appreciated that you are listening or watching or doing whatever it is that you're doing. I mean, it's a surprise that you're here because you haven't subscribed yet. Please, if you haven't subscribed,
Please subscribe.
please do so, or else you have horrible breath.
Literally, unless you have horrible breath and you got a big forehead. Big forehead's the big one.
And sweaty armpits.
And you walk like a penguin.
Yes, seriously. Please press that subscribe button. The support is always appreciated. We're almost at 100 subscribers. I think we're at 90. And listen, we're striving for more than 100 subscribers, but we're trying to get there, all right?
Exactly.
Baby
Hundreds
steps,
of
baby
milestones.
steps.
Hundreds of milestones.
Once again, I said this on last episode, but in case you're new here or you haven't heard the news, I now have video up on Spotify. So if you prefer listening on audio platforms, I now have video up on Spotify, so you can listen and watch to videos on that platform as well. Now, with that said, it is my honor to have on Jared to the podcast. What's going on, man?
It's me. Nothing much. I just came from my job working at a middle school. So that's a fun time. Worked in high schools, worked in elementary schools.
Yeah.
I could talk so much about elementary school. I got punched by this one kid.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it was second grade and the third grade. So they were summer school kids, mind you, at this time. So Jordan So I'll give a little foundation. So when you teach, you learn to be nice. Mm-hmm. Technically, you learn to be nice and like not to push your ideas onto other kids, right? Because you want them to think critically, like have their own opinions, right?
Yeah.
But like when you're in that teacher position, you feel strong. You feel that power.
Yeah.
Right. So there is this one kid, Jordan, and Jordan, like during the class, he would never do what I told him to do. Because one of the things I love about teaching children is that they're small children. So if I like push a pencil off my desk, I can be like, "Hey, Billy, pick it up." Yeah. And Billy will be like, "Okay."
Yeah.
And I'll be like, "Yeah, Billy, pick up the pencil." Right.
Yeah.
As in my head, of course.
Yeah.
But I'll see all those kids, as we say in the industry, they were drinking the Kool-Aid.
Okay.
Jordan didn't drink the Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
See, these kids were like second grade and the third grade, so they were maybe like, maybe 9, 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're probably like 9, 10 years old. But Jordan was different. Jordan like knew he had free will. And I didn't like that. No, Mario, it disgusted me.
Yeah.
If I told him to do something, he'd be like, no. Or he'd be like, why? The other kids, they wouldn't say no or why. They'd just be like, okay. And I'd be like, yeah.
Oh, he's far beyond his years.
Yeah, Jordan was, he was different.
Jordan's a savage.
Yeah, so there was one day where I was coming from lunch. I was walking the kids back from the bathroom because I still have to do that in elementary school.
Yep.
And there were these two kids, Jordan and his best friend Lewis, right? So they're not in my they're not in my classroom at the time. They're in another teacher's classroom, Mrs. Gannon.
Yep.
So I see from my line, I hear this smack, and I turn and I look over, and Lewis is like stroking the back of his neck, and Jordan is smiling. And I'm like, oh my God, Jordan just like got Lewis's neck so hard right now. Like I heard it.
Yeah.
And Jordan looked so satisfied with himself, and Lewis looked like he wanted to cry, right? So I was like, Jordan, you stop hitting Lewis. Stop, right? And Jordan mumbled something under his breath, but I didn't hear it though. But he and Lewis both laughed about it. Yeah. But I was like, okay, whatever, weird mumble, but I have like 15 kids to take care of, so I'm just gonna go on with my day, right? It wasn't a big problem.
Yeah.
So after lunch, I went into Mrs. Gannon's room, who has Lewis and Jordan in it, right? Because I think I needed like a pencil or something. We were out of pencils or a mask. I think it was mask. It was still during 2020. 2021, mind you. Yeah, that's what it was. And when I walked in her classroom, she told me to watch her classroom because you can't watch the cubby room and the classroom at the same time because they're around a corner, right?
Yeah.
So she was like, Jared, can you watch my classroom and watch the cubbies? And I said, yeah, sure. So I remember I was looking at like her smart board or something, and then I hear another like astronomically loud slap. Right?
Oh, man.
Like a good smack to the back of the neck.
Yeah.
And I turned around and I was like, dang, someone just got real good, right?
Yeah.
I turn over once again and Jordan is standing right next to Lewis, like rubbing his hands together like this, like a menace, right? And Lewis, once again, was like he wants to cry. So, obviously, I ID that Jordan is the problem here, like Jordan always is.
Yep.
I remember Jordan doesn't drink the Kool-Aid, right? Mm-hmm. So, at this point, I said, Jordan, stop hitting Lewis. You need to stop right now, right? And he mumbled something again. But this time I hear it. But he mumbled a second time, right? Man doubled down.
Oh, boy.
What he said was, your mom needs to stop. And I was like, my mom needs to stop. Like, to me, it wasn't that deep, right? It wasn't that deep that he said my mom needs to stop.
Yeah.
To me telling him that he needs to stop.
Yeah.
But because he doubled down, I was like, this man is getting brave. He really tried the 2 for 2 right now, right? Mm-hmm. So this is where I tell my other teacher friends it gets a little controversial, right? So I walked over and I said, what, Jordan? Mind you, he's still a kid, so I'm taller than him. Mm-hmm. And I said, what'd you say? He's like a deer in headlights, right?
Yeah.
No words coming from this man. He's just looking at me, right?
Oh yeah.
So to emphasize my displeasure, what I did was I hunched down to his level. I bent over so I could get the eye contact, so I can look this man in the eyes. And I said, "What'd you say, Jordan?" Nothing. That's it, Jordan. Say it. Say it to my face.
Oh,
Jordan,
no.
Jordan, I'm right here. Just say it to me. Like, remember, like to me, I'm not mad at him. He just he was getting brave. And remember, in this classroom, I am God, and he's defying me. He's defied me so many times. He's not drinking the Kool-Aid like everyone else, right? Yeah. To everyone else in that classroom, I was their lord. Yeah. But Jordan was different. So I was like, Jordan, what'd you say to my face? Like, basically just say it to my face.
This kid's a straight up deviant.
He's a menace, right? So I kept saying, like, Jordan, I'm right in front of you. Just say it to my face. Say it with your chest. If you're going to say it, I don't want you to mumble. Say it loud and proud, right?
Oh, boy.
He's saying nothing, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm still eye contact, still level with him. Yeah. Looking this man in his eyes. Yeah. And instead of saying anything, what he does is he takes out his water bottle, he takes the cap off, and he starts to take a drink, right? So I go, okay, I guess your throat was just dry, and that's why you couldn't talk to me. I'm not backing down. Yeah. So I watch him finish his water bottle. Wow. Right? And I go, all right, I guess your thirst is quenched, so now you can speak to me. Your throat's all lubricated. I started using big words. Oh wow. I was like, your throat's all lubricated, so you can speak now, right? I do that. I literally do that. Yeah. Remember, still no words from this kid, right? But like he's starting to get angry. I can see it in his eyes. Yeah. And to me, I'm like, it's still not a big deal. He just got big, you know? Yeah. So I'm still in his face, still making eye contact. I'm not touching him though. Mm-hmm. And what happens next is instead of talking to me, after I say, all right, you're done with your drink, so speak to me, he throws his drink behind him, knocks off that corner of the wall, water bottle lands on the floor, water's going everywhere now, right? So I go, oh, I guess you're done with your drink, so you can talk to me. And at this point, Jordan is like staring at me, like he's almost trembling, right? And I'm like, Jordan, just say it.
Got beef with
I'm like, Jordan, just say it to me. I'm standing right in front of you. Jordan, I'm not mad at you. Just say it to my face, right? Because you said it twice. You mumbled it. I don't want you to mumble anymore, right? Yeah. I will tell you specifically what he does. Because as soon as I finish what I say, I see the tears start to well up in his eyes.
Oh, man.
And in my brain, I'm like, oh, did I come in too hot? I'm like, dang, am I the bad guy right now? Yeah. Because in my brain, I'm like, all right, I'm just getting this job done. But I guess to him, it was like a big moment. So yeah, I saw the tears well up in his eyes, and at this point, I stood back up and I was like, I hope no one saw this. Right? Yeah. So anyway, Mrs. Gannon comes over, the teacher who I was in the classroom with, and she's like, Jared, what happened? Jordan's crying. And I'm explaining to her what happened. And mind you, Jordan's still standing in front of me, but I'm looking at her now, right? Yeah. And as I'm talking to her, I feel this tickle on like the left side of my rib cage. And I'm like, what happened? And I look over and Jordan's waving his fist and like in the air. And I'm like, did this boy just punch me? In my confusion of like, did he punch me? He punches me a second time in the same spot, right? And I'm like, I really didn't think it was that deep. I was honestly so surprised. He thought it was so deep enough to punch me.
So what happened to him?
Twice. So after, let me explain. Questions at the end, right? So he punches me the second time with me being stunned. He punched me the second time. I look at him and he says, he either says to me, I'm stunned. I'm in shock. Yeah. So he either says one of two things. He either says, I ain't no bitch, or you are a bitch. It was one of the two.
But bitch was used.
Bitch was used. And he was waving his, he was like, I ain't no bitch, or like, you are a bitch. It was one of the two. And I was like, oh, okay, like, chill, bro. It wasn't that deep. To me, it wasn't that deep.
Yeah.
But to him, he was crying hardcore over it, right? And he punched me twice. And then Mrs. Gannon was like, oh, no, Jordan, take a step back. Jared, take a step back. And she got between us. And I was like, what is that? I'm like, it still wasn't that deep to me, right? And then because she gets between me and Jordan starts punching Mrs. Gannon. But he still has like tiny...
not Mrs. Gannon.
Yeah, not Mrs. Gannon. Mans was giving out hands to everybody that day, right?
Oh, my God.
So anyway, she gets between us. And because he has tiny baby hands, she's like, Jordan, stop it. Stop touching me, right? Because it doesn't hurt. It's just annoying. Yeah. So anyway, she ends up calling the vice principal. His name was Mr. Meowyarty. Meowyarty. First of all, what a name, right? So second of all,
Oh man.
He ends up taking Jordan out. About 10 to 15 minutes goes by from the classroom.
Okay.
And then Jordan comes back. He apologizes to Mrs. Gannon. Doesn't apologize to me, but he gives me a fist
So
bump.
were you aide to the teacher? Like, is that what you are?
Technically, yeah.
Sort of.
I was teaching because I had like 2 weeks where I had a classroom to myself.
So is that what your major is? Like, are you trying to become a teacher?
Yeah.
Oh, that's what's up.
English education, secondary English education.
that's what's up.
So I want to do high school.
Yeah.
So anyway, Jordan came back and he apologized to Mrs. Gannon, didn't apologize to me, but he gave me a fist bump, right? The day after that, Jordan did everything I told him to do.
He was drinking the Kool-Aid.
He was drinking the Kool-Aid.
They made sure he drank that Kool-Aid.
Yeah, he drank that Kool-Aid.
Yeah,
so
he became one.
So I guess like moral of the story is if you want someone to follow you, you just make them cry in front of their peers, and then you will become their god, you know? Yeah, Jordan did everything I told him to do.
What a story.
I just never, I was like, I got punched by, I didn't think it
Wow.
was that deep. I still don't think it was that deep looking back, but you know, the controversial part, maybe it was wrong of me to stand my ground and get in his face like that. But some kids need that. I guess he was just, like, he could have just been pushing to see how far he could go, you know?
You might have rattled that kid, but like at the same time, there are some other people that could have thrown hands. Oh man, it would have been a freaking bout. Are you ready? Are you ready? Ding ding ding. Oh man, sweet chance to the face. Good night.
Yeah, gonna punt kick him.
Yeah,
yeah. Literally, this kid was like this tall.
Jesus.
And he punched me twice. Like, the fact that he doubled down with the mumbling.
Nah, that's crazy.
And then he punched me the first time.
Yeah.
And then he punched me the second. You know what that means? That means he punched me one time, right? Yeah. And then he was like, yeah, that got him good. And then he punched me a second time. That's crazy.
Oh, man.
Never going to forget him.
Well, let's just hope that Jordan is still drinking that Kool-Aid to this day.
Yeah, I hope he's still drinking that Kool-Aid.
Yeah. No, but that's awesome. Man, I did not expect that to come off the rip like that. That was awesome.
I have tons of stories like
that.
that.
So as you can see, Jared's a great storyteller. That's exactly why I wanted to have him on, because this dude is incredible. I don't know if you guys, it takes like 5 minutes of this dude's attention to just, oh my, like, you guys just don't understand. No. And we got plenty of time left for this. Listen, for those that don't know, Jared works in radio at our school.
I do.
And I've seen some segments that you'd be putting on your story.
Yeah.
Do you want to explain to the people how exactly you got into radio and what exactly you do?
So I got into radio because the training director from last semester, Agatha Hewler, if she sees this, you know who you are. You did a good job with me. She harassed me so hard until I joined the radio station, basically. Like, I ignored their emails. Yeah. I think it was, I signed up at a club fair, right?
Yeah.
And because I like free shit.
Yeah.
I go to
who doesn't?
I would go to the club fair to see how much free stuff I can get. Right?
Yeah.
So I got like so many water bottles. Oh, the amount of stress balls I got. Oh, man. It's like I got the infinity gauntlet, bro, of stress balls.
Stress free.
So yeah, I got no stress. Yeah. I got a stress ball for every one of my worries.
Yeah.
So anyway, at the club fair, I guess I signed up at the radio station.
Okay.
And I put my email and I put my phone number down. But I guess I forgot I put my phone number down, right?
Oh, boy.
So it came to a point where Agatha, she would email me sometimes. And one day I got a text message from this random number. And it was like, hi, I'm Maggie from the radio station. I sent you emails, but it might have gone to your spam folder, right? And I'm like, okay. Mm-hmm. And I checked my spam folder, and there's actually emails in there. But I'm like, first of all, how'd she get my number? Because this is like a month after the club fair, right? I forgot to put my number down on the little paper that you do.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, the emails didn't stop. The text messages didn't stop. And then one day I just conceded, and I was like, okay, I'll go and check it out.
Right.
So I was there, and then she explained to me what to do with the radio station, like what kind of DJ you would be, what kind of DJing you'd be doing, right?
Yep.
And I was like, okay, it seems pretty cool. Maybe I'll do it, you know? And she goes, okay, we have multiple departments. We have 200s, my department. I'm 200s director. Gio, if you're out there, if you're listening, I will send this to you. So anyway,
yep.
There's 200s department, which is like a top 200s pop. It's basically just pop, right?
Yeah. Is that your favorite genre, pop? I mean, it's mine. I'm not afraid to say it.
I don't know.
I'd say I'm a pop and R&B first
I will
guy.
say, I guess.
And then rap is probably second, but pop and R&B is like my one.
Pop and R&B.
Yeah.
I'd say, I guess pop would be my favorite. But I mean, I like every, like, basically, the 200s is variety, basically.
Yeah. Yep.
But it's majority pop, but it's basically like variety. So I go, oh my god, I get, because I like work for the radio station, like I have an actual job position.
Yeah.
I get sent so much trash music, Mario.
Oh no.
You don't even know. Like during the summer, the amount of emails I sifted through.
Who's sending you music?
Promoters. So like Central. so like Central's events, the radio station does all the time because like we do music there.
Yep.
So we host a lot of events. We make a lot of events. and sometimes we'll like find bands to bring to the school.
So if you like it, I'm sure you'll send. If they're trash, you just don't answer back.
Yeah, literally. But I listen to so much music. But yeah, like I got sent so much trash music over the summer.
Oh no!
And it was like a good. I'm being fully serious. There was a good like a month and a half where I was doing my job listening to so much trash music. I literally started to hate music.
No.
I literally started to hate music. I listened to so much. It made me appreciate good music.
Yeah.
If that, I can't even describe what that felt like. But like any song that sounds like melodically cohesive, I'm like A+. Because there's so much trash that people think is good.
Oh, yeah.
And it blows my mind.
No, I've had some people hit me up and say they want to be on the podcast. Some people that I didn't know, and they were like, "Oh yeah, I'm an artist, blah blah blah. Like, let me come on." And I listened to the music. I was like, "Bro, what the fuck?" I just like you know how you can delete messages without opening it. That's exactly what I just casually no.
Yeah, Mario, I totally get you. And the thing is, like
terrible.
now that I have a radio like position,
in
this semester at the radio station.
Yep.
It's when I tell people I work at a radio station, if they make music.
No.
Everyone's like, "Oh, you work at a radio
give you
station?"
that look,
and I'm like,
salivating?
"Yeah, I do." And then they're like,
They just see you as the plug.
yeah. They're like, "You can get me out there."
Yeah.
And it's I don't tell people I work at radio stations often anymore.
Yeah.
Because it is always a thing. Because
it's just that one person that makes music. Oh, this is my chance.
They're like, "Oh, listen to my song, listen to my music," and I'm like,
Yeah.
first of all, I listen to so much trash already.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
I respect people that make music. I really do.
I do.
It's just you got. Okay. Respectfully, I respect most people's art and what they create.
Yes.
But you gotta have other people listen to it. You can't just have it be yourself listening to it as you make it.
Exactly.
And then you just ship it out.
Yeah, exactly. You can't. You literally cannot like sit alone.
You need to handle criticism and constructive criticism.
Exactly.
In order to progress in the music, you just have to. If it sounds good to you, that does not mean it's going to sound good to everyone else. I promise you. That's not how it works.
Yeah, that's not how that works.
But I do respect people that make music. I have friends that make music, and I actually genuinely think they're talented. I've had some of them on here, but it's just a matter of consistency, and I'm sure they'll make it. Everyone always finds a way.
Yeah, and plus music is hard to make too.
Oh yeah.
Considering that people have been around for so long, it's hard to make new music.
It feels like we've heard everything.
Exactly, and by music I literally mean like the music theory of what chords sound good together.
Yeah.
Because I mean I like music, so if I didn't do like English education, I would have done music education.
Yeah, totally.
But I mean, there's only so many chords you can put together that haven't been put together already.
So when you say that you like pop, obviously you acknowledge Michael Jackson, the king,
of course.
But who else do you like all time or in this
all
current
time?
current age?
For pop, I really enjoy. I don't know if you know AJR.
Give me a song.
Bang. That one's been on the radio.
I'm sure I've heard it.
What is it called? What's the other one? Way Less Sad. That one's been on the radio. They were on Jimmy Kimmel, I believe.
I had to have heard of them.
And after this, I will show you one of my favorite songs by them because they I'm telling you, they don't miss.
Yeah.
And everything they talk about is so relevant, and it's amazing how it's like they've lived every life somehow. It is absolutely they're so good.
I know we're definitely gonna bump after this. Who else?
For pop,
Because I know you saw I got Dua Lipa. I mean, would Bruno be considered pop? He's more like would he be?
I don't. Would Uptown?
Soul,
I feel like I'd say
soul-ish?
more soul because I think of Bruno Mars and I think of Uptown Funk.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Me too.
And then I
got
Locked Out of Heaven.
Yeah. I also got Ari, Billy, Harry. Just some of those names out there.
I do like Harry Styles' new album,
dude.
I like it a lot. Actually,
Okay, there's a stigma when it comes to heterosexual males these days.
Uh-huh.
When it comes to them wanting to do acting and plays and stuff like that, and when it comes to listening to female artists, me, I'm into both of those things. Personally, okay, I would gladly be an actor if somebody threw a gig at me. Like in a heartbeat.
I'd also
if somebody asked
gladly
me to be a Marvel superhero, yes,
Bro,
I'd say yes yesterday.
I mean, like I have no. So
I don't want to be
high school.
Yeah.
I felt like I'm not trying to brag or anything. I think I might have told you this actually. I told someone at the
say it
website,
anyways. Why not?
But anyway, like I don't mean it in like bragging terms at all. But
Yeah.
I didn't know what I wanted to do in high school because I felt like I could do a lot.
Yeah.
And that was really it was a different type of irritating problem.
Right.
Because it wasn't like I don't know what I want to do. It was like I feel like I could do this and that and that and that. I would have loved to be an actor, like specifically a voice actor.
Oh hell yeah! Oh dude, you got the voice.
My friend,
yeah, hell yeah.
Which is funny because my friends tell me that like if I could, if they could like sit in bed and have me read an audiobook to them.
Oh,
they were like, oh, I fall asleep like a baby.
Oh man. Oh, and, absolutely.
And plus, because I'm on the radio,
yeah,
people are like, "Oh my god, like your voice is really nice."
Yeah, it's always funny when once they hear that you do radio or podcast. Oh, you totally have the voice for that. I see it. I see it. I totally do.
But I would have loved to voice act. Yeah. If I could like,
you still should.
If I could have like any side
find
gig,
gigs, start get into that. Find a way.
That's the plan.
Just start. Honestly, just post on TikTok of you reading books. That's how you. I mean, why not?
Yeah, why not?
That's how you find a way.
But yeah, I would love to voice act, but because I didn't really know what I wanted to do in high school.
Right.
I didn't really. I guess I fully committed to education.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's still like, so the whole thing with one of the reasons I committed to education was I went to this seminar, right? It was over at Southern Connecticut State University, and it was basically saying how there's a big push for teachers of color, right?
Yep.
And I was like, hey, yo, that's me, right? So like everyone who was speaking were teachers, and they were all, they weren't all teachers, but they were all in like an education career, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, that's pretty nice. And they're like, okay, yeah, like education isn't a job, it's a career. Like you can teach in a prison if you want to. You could teach at like a church if you wanted to. That'd be different. Like, of course you can teach in schools, but you can also like not car teach. What is it called? Driving. You can give driving
instructor.
Like there's basically like tons of, basically like education is a big umbrella, right?
Oh, of course.
Like if you want, you can start a tutoring business.
Yep.
And those be making bank.
Oh yeah.
Like $20 a kid for an hour. And if you get like 5 kids a week,
oh man,
you could that's like easily $1,000 a week, right?
Yeah.
So anyway, tutoring businesses, they make a lot of money.
Okay.
But yeah, so basically, long story short, education's like a career and not a job. So,
oh, absolutely. And I think that's the goal, right?
Yeah.
I took a gap year after high school, and I was working jobs, trying to make money. But so for those that are very eager to get out of college, I cannot stress this enough. Whether it is a career or a job, it's scary because from then on out, even if you switch jobs or careers, you are now living that 9 to 5 or whatever cycle of the 5 days a week type of job or sort of situation that everyone always feared. No matter what, it's kind of like inevitable. It's kind of like a Thanos snapping. You know, it's just going to happen, right? So I kind of sat back and thought to myself, man, I gotta find a career. I gotta find at least something I enjoy doing if I'm gonna be spending most of my time doing it. But in the meantime, even if so in your situation, teacher, but let's say your true passion is radio or voice acting or any of that field, you could still do that on the side, and if it blows up, you can still do that. And then let's say you were doing that and you still wanted to teach on the side, it's beautiful. That's beautiful what you can achieve when you do what you love and also mix it with what you're good at in a career. And then you have so many different outlets and ways to make money or just to enjoy yourself.
Stocks too if you wanted.
No, but seriously though, you truly find a way to make balance in your life and actually enjoy certain aspects of it rather than, I gotta wake up, go to the office, I come home at 5, I gotta make dinner, I go to bed, wake up, and it's just a constant never-ending cycle, and it feels like you have no purpose. The way you feel like you have purpose is doing what you love.
Exactly.
And it really sounds like you are into that, so I think you should totally do that.
I'm doing my best. So
radio's a great start. You kidding me?
One of the perks at the seminar, it basically like gassed up education. Which I mean, it did a good job. It did its purpose, right? So one of the things that they said was there was one guy who was like a principal. They're all colored, like black, Native American teachers, like Asian teachers, whatever, right? And they were talking about how basically there's a big push for colored teachers of any kind because they said that if you were colored in any way, you were guaranteed a job. And this one principal, he was black. He works at some Washington middle school, I think, in Connecticut. And he said that basically when he graduated college, the week before he like literally graduated college, he had a full-time job working at a school. And I was like, financial security right out the gate?
Yeah, seriously.
That's crazy. I like money and I'm black. I was like, I can use this for good?
Yeah.
So yeah, anyway. And one of the other things that this other guy said, who's like he teaches language and math at his school.
Yep.
And he said that one of the things for him was, because teaching is like, you have gaps, like there's vacation days. You have the same vacation days as students, basically.
Yep.
And you have the summers off. So some people are like, oh, well, usually when they get their summers off, they do something that they like to do for work. So they was like, yeah, like if you want to make extra money, because like they still get paid over the summer.
Yeah.
But he was like, yeah, if you want to make extra money or do something that you like, just get a job over the summer. Because first of all, you have something to do. You'll meet new people, and you can pursue your passions. Like me specifically, I love to write. Like, I actually wrote a whole story and it's done.
Really?
But I have yet to publish it. But I will.
Can you say what it's about?
It is
How many pages?
I can look at it right now. I think it's like 80, maybe.
Dude, good for you.
But
Making moves already. Look at you.
I started writing it back in like 2014.
Wow.
I finished it. I told myself this year
Have you had it peer edited or anything?
Not yet. But I'm gonna go back through it one more time for me. It's exactly 85 pages. That was a good guess by me.
Wow.
But yeah, so I like this story is literally finished, but I've yet to finish it. I mean, I've yet to publish it,
right.
But I want to go through it one more time personally, so I can like add stuff here or there, add some touches, to make it like extra nice. But the plan was I was gonna finish it before my birthday. My birthday's September 4th.
I told myself,
I told myself I finished this story.
I see you on your birthday, back at the rec.
Probably.
Yeah.
I told myself I finished the story before my birthday, right?
Yep.
I totally finished it September 5th. I'm gonna say because I edited it a little bit on September 5th, just a little bit, but I finished it like September 4th. Yeah. And I was really proud of myself. And
That's
then the back half of my my goal was to publish it before the end of the year. I don't think that's gonna happen though because school is kicking my keister.
Listen, you started it in 2014. You could publish it in 2050, and the fact that you wrote a whole ass book.
I know, right?
That's incredible.
That was literally like one of my dreams when I was younger.
Yeah, that's so rare. Not everyone can just do that. Because everyone can say they want to do something or start something, but it's a matter of actually doing it. That's incredible. Okay, yeah, well, like I said before, though, can you say what it's about? Like I'm actually really, really intrigued now.
So basically, it's just a journal series where you go through the story, and it starts with this kid. Basically, it's 5 high school friends. Yeah, and it's gonna sound really awful, but I had this one character. He was part of the pack of 5, right? And the thing is about him, basically, his character was that he was handicapped. And he was in a wheelchair. Yeah. And it came to a point where I was writing, and it's going to sound so awful, but I was writing, and I was like, oh my God, I always have to compensate for this handicapped person.
Handicapped how?
He was in a wheelchair. Okay. So, like, I always had to write about how things were, like, complimented to him and stuff like that. Basically, it just took extra time, and I always had to be, like, thoughtful and remember that he was in a wheelchair when I wanted the characters to do, like, an activity like bowling or an activity like skating. Or an activity like going to the fair or something, right? Yeah. And it came to a point where I just couldn't deal with him anymore, so I had him kill himself because I couldn't. Should
I low key bleep it? No, that's not bad. I mean, obviously it's horrible that happens, but because like it kind of sounds like a major spoiler.
No, it happens pretty early in the beginning.
Oh, okay.
So it's not really a spoiler.
Damn, R.I.P.
But yeah, it's a like, you know, sometimes the character fulfills his purpose, so you just gotta like you kill.
So it's kind of one of those things when the main characters. These are yes, I have.
You just kill them off, you know.
Yeah, seriously.
After they fulfill their purpose, but yeah, like him, he was just really irritating. So I just had to get rid of him. Yeah. And then he becomes a part of the story. But basically, it's about how this friend group just falls apart.
Do you have
over 4 years?
Do you have a lot more? As the story goes on, do you kind of have like a newfound respect for the guy in the wheelchair?
Yeah,
that's it. Because it just seems like that's exactly how it'd go. Yeah, and that kind of sounds a lot like The Body or Stand By Me, the movie.
Oh yeah.
How it's kind of like all the friends have a loss of innocence, and it's like the one last time they all truly hang out together, and eventually,
and the guy in the future comes back because the guy who was like really smart and was supposed to make it got stabbed to death or something.
Seriously.
I think that's what it was.
It was River. What was his name? Something. I don't know. Yeah, one of the main characters in that movie. I could look it up. I think it was like River something.
I just keep thinking about.
I think it was River Phoenix.
Okay,
I think that's his name. I think it's Joaquin. Was it Joaquin Phoenix?
Was it Joaquin?
No. Joaquin Phoenix is the guy who played as Joker.
Yeah.
And I think it was his brother.
Oh, yeah.
I think it was his brother.
Yeah. Because his brother started with acting first, I think.
Yes. Well, yeah. Yep. That man, R.I.P. Yeah, supposedly he had a really bright future, and obviously it was cut short. But that's what makes the movie even more sad. Mm-hmm. The fact that I think he said he died in the movie as well, at like the end of the story. Yeah. But the fact that he also died in real life, I think that's how it went. I don't. That's remember. But yeah, dude, that's incredible. I hope you get it published. I'd read it.
I'm going to I told myself so many years ago, I literally cannot die until I publish.
You have
a book.
to see this through.
Yeah,
you have to have a whole ass waiting line where you have the books and people might not shake your hand, get your signature.
But yeah, like Mario, I have so many stories I want to tell. It's really bad. It's so bad how many stories I want to write. But like
that's a great thing.
I finished one, and the thing is, now I'm so excited to write like my next.
That's
one.
a great thing. That means your mind is flowing. You actually, that just shows that you're creative. We need more people like that in this world.
So yeah, so like the whole teaching thing. If I could teach and then like also teach English, and then write books on the side, that'd be like
hell yeah.
That'd be like
that's
perfect.
That's the vision.
Extra perfect world. I teach, write stories on the side, and then one of my books becomes a movie because that'd be.
Oh, dude.
I could die happy. If
cast me in the movie. I'll be the guy in the wheelchair. Nah, seriously.
That'd be hilarious.
If it got that big, which I hope it is, and we gonna manifest that. But man, call me. Get me and Maldo in there. Shout out to Maldo.
Oh yeah, shout out to Maldo. You made me think that because I also taught in high school over the summer, right?
Yep.
And there's this one girl. Her name was Heavenly.
Heavenly?
Her name was Heavenly. Her middle. I mean, she's not gonna watch this. No, I doubt any of them are gonna watch this anyway. But I just realized I said her first name. I was gonna say her middle name too. I don't even know her. I don't think I remember her last name.
Heavenly. Wow.
Yeah, her first name is Heavenly.
What a heavenly name.
Her middle name is Faith. So it was like her last name wasn't anything like Beba.
Religious ass name though.
Yeah, it was a really religious ass name.
Yeah.
She was one of the like weirdest people I ever met. Not like weird as in like goofy weird, like weird as in like sadistic / mean weird.
Yeah.
But I liked talking to her because she would say really like I don't even want to say like mean things. It's just like she was so awkwardly ghetto. But one of her papers I had to take a picture of because it absolutely. Did you watch Ratatouille?
Yeah, of course.
Do you remember when the little chef guy, what's his name?
The French guy?
Yeah, the French guy, when he's reading like Linguini's mom's letter about how he's a son, he's like reading it like this, and then his eyes get bigger.
Yeah.
This was me reading her paper. Okay. I'm going to find it for you because this is very important to me.
Okay.
It absolutely made me a little fearful, not going to lie.
Oh, man.
I'm going to try and find it on my phone.
Wow, that's actually crazy. Yeah, no, it seems like you really have an idea as to what you want. And
I do.
That's incredible because there are a lot of people that don't.
I know.
Especially at our age or around our age.
It's just at this point I feel like I have to do things. Like I went skydiving for my birthday. Did I tell you that?
I saw pictures. I did see your Insta. Yeah, that was awesome.
But yeah, I woke up.
Like, you could never catch me doing that.
I don't know why not.
No, I'm terrified of heights.
So the person I jumped with, he was also terrified of heights.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
okay. Terrified of heights, but I'm still going skydiving anyway. Yeah, okay.
So oh no, where is it? Oh wait, doesn't matter. I'll just go the short way. I'm getting closer. But yeah, for my birthday, about like 4 or 5 months ago, maybe 6, I woke up in my bed one day and I was like, Jared, my brain told me this. My brain was like, Jared, I think you want to jump off a building. And I was like, with a parachute, right? My brain was like, yeah, with a parachute.
Yeah, totally.
yeah.
Why not? Throw it in there.
And then I was like, wait, do we want to go skydiving?
Yeah.
And my brain was like, do we? And I was like, I think we do.
That's actually, I could totally picture that. It's kind of like you just walk into a bathroom in the mirror and like your reflection is speaking back to you. That's kind of how I see that. That's funny as hell.
That's literally like almost exactly what happened.
Yeah. With a parachute, right?
Yeah, with a parachute,
yeah,
right?
That's awesome. That's funny.
What month did I do? Was it June? July? June, July.
Damn, I gotta know what Heavenly wrote about.
I'm so excited to read it. Every time I read it, everyone's like, did you go to the office about this?
Oh, man.
And I'm like, no. Should I have? And they're like, maybe.
Should we be concerned?
Yeah, should we be concerned? That's not it. Oh, I thought that was it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is it back here?
Oy.
Oh, I found it. It just has to load in with higher quality now.
Yep.
But I'm gonna read it out loud once I can actually look at the words. This is what it looks like right now.
Let's take a look.
Unreadable.
What?
That's unreadable right now. Is it still blurry?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gotta load in.
Yeah, let's let that load. Let that sit.
Yeah, I'll let that sit.
Hopefully it does. Are you connected to the Wi-Fi?
Yeah.
You are, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
But yeah, anyway, so while we wait for that, I can tell you about this one girl, Lauren, from high school. Oh, yeah, this one girl, Lauren, from high school.
Yeah.
So there is this one girl. Actually, I doubt she's going to watch this too, but yeah, there is this one girl.
Mm-hmm.
And there was one week where she was out for about a week, right?
Okay.
She was out for about a week. And because she was out, everyone was a little bit worried about her, right?
Yep.
So I think she was out Thursday, Friday, Monday, Tuesday. She came back on Wednesday, something like that. And we were like, oh my God, Lauren, what happened to you? And she was like, guys, I found out over the weekend that I have celiac disease. And we were like, oh. Basically, she's allergic to gluten, right? So we were like, oh no, you're allergic to gluten. She was like, yeah, it's really bad. Like, I started thinking that maybe I was allergic maybe about 2 weeks ago because I would eat food and my stomach would like tear itself apart.
Oh boy.
And we were like, oh my God, that's so sad, right? So she told us like, yeah, I found out I had celiac disease and I started to cry and my mom cried with me and we were just so sad. And like, I can't eat anything with gluten for the rest of my life. And we were like, oh my God, Lauren, that's awful.
Yeah.
Right? So about like 2 days after that, me and the boys decided to send, like, text Lauren a picture of pizza. Like, with no context. Like, we just sent her a picture of a pizza with
That's
no
so foul.
context. Just randomly throughout the day, like maybe at 2 p.m. we sent her a picture of a pizza. Maybe at like 7 o'clock.
Looking pizza.
Yeah, the most delicious looking pizza. Then at 7 p.m. maybe we sent her a picture of like a burger. Just no context, just no words, just the picture.
Yeah.
Just the picture.
Yeah.
And it was fun back in the day.
Yeah.
But Mario, I'll tell you now I have allergies. And it's not funny. I had no allergies for all my life. And now, I think it was like senior year of high school. I learned, I started to have this intuition that I think I'm allergic to bananas and peanut butter, right? Like not bananas and peanut butter together, like bananas, and peanut butter.
Yeah.
And like the symptoms wouldn't happen as I ate it. They'd come like 2 hours after. So I never like pieced together what I was allergic to until one day I think I just had like a banana and ice cream. And then my stomach was just awful, right? I felt like I was going to throw up all the time. And then I think it was it last year? Or a year and a half ago? I went to my allergy doctor and I was like, hey, I think I'm allergic to peanuts and bananas, right? And she goes, okay, get your blood drawn, we'll come back and we'll test it. I'll tell you the results. And I go, okay. I come back a week later and she's like, all right, Jared, you are allergic to bananas. And I'm like, yes, I knew it. And she's like, you're allergic to peanut butter too. And I'm like, yeah, I knew that too. And she goes, you're actually allergic to like all tree nuts. And I'm like, I'm like, all right, you can stop now.
Yeah.
She's like, yeah, you're allergic to hazelnuts. You're allergic to pistachios. You're not allergic to almonds, though. For some reason, my body's like, yeah, everything else, almonds are cool.
We fuck with almonds.
Yeah, we fuck with almonds.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm allergic to tree nuts, including coconut. Because coconut's a tree nut.
All of the nuts.
I'm allergic, yeah, literally, all of them.
Yeah.
I'm also allergic to sesame.
You allergic to these nuts?
Most likely.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm allergic to sesame, bananas. Bananas are my favorite fruit, mind you.
That's so tough. Wait, so how have you gotten this long without
what? Like
without realizing that?
I just
every say banana.
I know. I guess the allergy just began one day because I guess there's a thing where like you're supposed to get you develop new allergies / lose allergies every 7 years or something like that.
Yep. So
I guess my allergies just came to beat me up, came to duff my shit all at once.
Ain't no way.
They came to beat me up in the alley.
Crazy
like the beginning of Joker.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my God, that's so tough.
Kick him harder.
That's so tough.
Those are my allergies.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's been rough since
So
then.
what? Now you have to just be so cautious as to what you eat now.
I can't. It's so irritating going to like Chinese restaurants or like Asian restaurants because they use sesame oil sometimes.
Yeah.
What else do they use that I can't have? Oh yeah, like sushi. Sometimes they use sesame in their sushi.
Oh man, not
sometimes
sushi.
they cook it in like sesame oil. So I got to be careful with my sushi, and I love sushi.
Yeah, sushi's amazing.
So yeah, it's just
crab.
little bad allergy moments. But I mean, it could be karma for sending those pictures to Lauren. But I mean, like, I know, like, a deep part of me knows I should apologize to Lauren. But like, am I going to? No. It would be the right thing now that I have allergies, but my pride is too strong. You know.
Right.
I'm too much of a prideful person for that.
Yeah.
I don't want to let her know that I'm on her level now.
while we're still waiting for this
photo.
hopefully absolutely mind-blowing story to load, I do know that you had some things that you wanted to check off while you were coming on.
Yeah.
I wanted to touch base on some of those things. I know some of those were like pretty funny ass game like situational like how exactly would you put them or put it?
Game-like situations.
Yeah, is that what it would be?
You mean for like the debates?
Well, whatever it is you wanna bring up or talk.
All right.
Yeah, let's do it.
Well, then, for a little section on my show, we talked about a question I asked was, do you think being bullied / teased is important for character development?
Yes, we've talked about this before.
And then I also had, would you rather know how you die or when you die? Did we talk about that one?
We didn't.
We didn't.
We might have. I don't know. It's still a interesting phenomenon, though.
Well, would you rather want to know how you die or when you die? Because I think there's a right answer to this one.
It has to be how, right?
But why?
Because when it's okay, there's pros and cons to both. First of all, drop in the comments if you're listening, watching. Make sure you subscribe. Shout out the support. If you made it this far, appreciate it. Please, participate in the comments. Let us know what you think. Would you rather want to know when or how you die? Okay, I'm gonna say how, but I'll get to that reason. The thing with when is you're gonna let's say it's like next week, right?
Okay.
You're gonna feel not only so depressed and so pressured to have to get a ton of things done in that matter of time. It's gonna be so overwhelming that you can't bear it. That would suck.
Okay.
That would be terrible. Whereas, I mean, if it's down the road, like 80 something, still you're gonna have that on your mind for a while. It's like every time, now you're in your 50s, it's like fucking another 30 years left in me. That's tough.
Yeah.
Now, when it comes to the how, here's the problem with how. You're gonna do everything you can to avoid the how, but it's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen. Like, let's say you're gonna fall out of it. You're gonna crash an airplane. You're gonna be like, I'm never going on a plane.
I'm never gonna take an airplane
but
again.
Maybe it's not necessarily a plane. What if it's like a toy plane? I don't know.
Imagine being killed by a toy plane.
No, but you sometimes people take it too literal.
Because
you always see in the movies and shows. It's like, you're gonna die by this, and it's like, okay, I'm gonna avoid that, but it still somehow happens.
Yeah, and then like avoiding it causes it to happen.
Yeah. I don't know. What do you think the right answer? You said there's only one right answer.
I think there's a right answer, and
you seem like you're a when kind of guy.
Yeah. I would definitely rather know when I die.
Yeah, you seem like a one kind of guy.
So if I learn how I die, and then it's like, by walking through a door frame, am I gonna walk through every door frame like, like I put one toe, through every single door frame, and then one leg, and then the rest of my body.
Yeah,
I cannot live 30 years like that, my guy. I can't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I die from something like generic, like you sit in a chair, what the fuck am I gonna do, bro? Am I gonna not sit in chair? Am I gonna have like one of those standing chairs for the rest of my life? But I feel like if I learned when I died,
I feel it just sounds like you're expecting the when to be a lot farther down the line. Because then what happens if it is a short-term thing? Have you ever thought about that? What if it's tomorrow?
I mean, I feel like first of all, I'll get that book published.
If
I didn't do it myself, I'd be like, whoever, like X person, get this done for me.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But I mean, like I just feel like I just know that if I knew when I died, I'd be much more productive.
Oh, absolutely.
Because I mean, like if I died, if I knew I was gonna die in like 2 days, I don't think I'm gonna sleep in those 2 days. Like there's no reason to sleep.
Yeah.
At least to me, there wouldn't be a reason because I'd be like, I'm just gonna die anyway. I'll just sleep when I'm dead.
Right.
I feel like when is the right answer. Because like if I just think of like, if I learn how and it's walking through a door frame, that's it for me. Like you cannot argue. I feel like you can't argue out of that one. So I feel like when is the right answer.
Yeah, I will say, though, if everyone did live life like they knew when they were going to die, man, there'd be a lot more productive people.
Yeah, we'd have a lot more inventions.
Yeah, a lot more shit would get done. And, yeah, man, that's just such an overwhelming thought. There's two mysteries in life. What happens when we die? And what would it be? What created the universe? I guess. What's the meaning of life?
Yeah, meaning of life.
Those two things. The meaning of life.
Can you imagine if job interviews were like that? Like, okay, sir, we're gonna ask you one final question. You're like, okay, what is it? Like, you're like interviewing for a garbage company, right? And they're like, what's the meaning of life? and you're like, I mean, I didn't think I'd be taking a test today, but
What do you think it is?
I didn't think I'd be taking a test today. The meaning of life. I mean, I guess I kind of think of it backwards. Like, if I were to die right now, would I be happy with what I've done? Because, I mean, like, I knew if I were to die right now, I'd be a little disappointed. But would I be able to be in the afterlife and be like, I'm satisfied with what I've done so far? Like, with the people I've met, the conversations I've had, like, even the bad ones?
Yeah.
I feel like I'd be pretty satisfied. Because it could just be the way I think. Like, even, I just like stories. You know, like, I'm an English major, right? Nobody likes a good story. Okay, I didn't mean it like that. But basically, like, I have to get there. So no one likes a good story where everything works out, like, all throughout the story. You need to have problems. Yeah. Right? No one's, because that's, if everything works out fine, that's a boring story. Yeah. That's a boring story. Boring. No one's going to read that.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, even the moments where I've lost friends or, like, had arguments, I still appreciate, because me just wanting to write books, that's still stuff I can pull from later, you know?
True. So, builds character development as well.
So I guess, like, if I did die right now, I would be disappointed, but I think I would be satisfied. But I
really,
feel like, yeah, I think
I wouldn't be. I'd be mad as hell. No, seriously though. No, there's a lot of stuff I have to check off and get done. I skydive. So I think that's cool. And that's a great thing. Do you? Okay, you know how there's the whole prime belief. Oh, when is my prime? Am I in my prime? Lots of college students think they're in their prime now, and they think, I believe when I'm a parent is going to be in my prime.
Oh, I'm so excited to have kids.
Mario. I mean that. I genuinely think when I'm a dad is going to be my prime. I can't wait. I have everything set up for my kids. You ever play video games growing up?
Of course.
Yeah. Can't be that cool.
Yeah, what am I, a loser? Yes. Of course I play video games.
So, obviously in video games there's objectives and there's XP and you gain levels and everything. Mm-hmm. So, I am going to create this giant-ass project for my kids that I'm going to just lay on them as soon as they're like 5 or able to comprehend what life is and everything. And I am going to give them movies and shows they must watch before they die.
Oh, you want to give them literal missions.
Music, and they have to report back to me what they thought. Every album, every movie, every show, and they're gonna love it. They're gonna share my love for cinema, for music, for all that shit. I'm gonna throw it. I'm gonna overwhelm them to the point where they're gonna be, I'm never gonna get this done. But as life goes on, they're slowly leveling up, and slowly it's gonna be amazing. And it's gonna be like a trend that they can keep passing down to them, and they can add to it. They can add to that. I genuinely think when I'm a dad and I have all that set up for them and stuff, I'm gonna enjoy it. I really am, and I'll be damned if my kid is. If they want to do sports, I'll try and encourage them to do so. Man, I'm gonna make sure not necessarily they're all state or all conference athlete, but I'll be damned if they aren't as good compared to me at their age, because I didn't really do sports growing up. I did high school football and stuff, but I was always like the fat, out of shape kid. Played a lot at recess, too big to really do actual like travel sports and all that stuff. But yeah. Like, I want them to have the whole experience I never got to have, but I'm not going to, like, be a dick about it. I'm just going to, like, throw it at them and let them go at their own pace.
See, I think it'd be, like, beautiful if you were like, hey, I'm just going to put this here, and you just walk away. Yeah. Because they're going to be curious. They're going to be a little bit curious. It's going to be,
like, the Bible of, not necessarily life, but
just culture.
Just culture, yeah. That's a great way to put it.
I'm so excited to be. Oh, my God.
Have you ever thought about kid names as well? Do you already
of course. I have a kid name listed in my phone.
I did too.
I think I'm not okay. I'll put the furthest one out there first, right?
Okay.
I think Constance would be a nice name.
It's a fire name.
Because I think
I've heard that name before, but it's rare.
I think shortening it down to like Connie would be really cute. If I were to have a daughter, I think Connie.
Now you know what's crazy?
Name. What?
Because I'm Italian, on my mother's side of the family, one of my great aunts, her name was Concetta, and they called her Connie for short. So that's kind of cool how there's two different ways you can come up with a Connie. That's pretty cool.
But yeah, see, I think it'd be really funny to have the birth certificate be like Constance.
Yeah.
People like, ew, your name is Constance, and be like, yeah, but everyone calls me Connie. You know? Yeah. And then if I get angry, I'd be like, Constance.
Yeah.
But anyway,
do you want to be a girl dad?
I would. I know I want at least one boy.
Me too.
I think I want at least one boy. If I get one boy, I'll be happy.
I don't care for 5 girls, 1 boy, 2 girls, 3 boys, 1 girl, however it works. So yeah, just give me one.
Yeah, I just want one boy.
Just give me one shit. My Oh, I can't. I'm not gonna say. I'll tell you after.
Okay.
I don't want to say it. Nothing crazy. Pretend I never said anything.
Uh-huh.
But no. But yeah, that's awesome.
So I think Constance would be a nice name. I think Ivy would be another really nice name. And then my favorite name, I think I have like 7, but my favorite one, like my name is Jared. Yep. So my dad's name is Ron.
Yep.
My brother's name is Ron. He's basically a junior.
Okay.
My mom's name is Janie, like Janie.
Oh, so hella J's.
And my name is Jared.
Yeah.
Right? So I think it'd be really cool if I had a son and his name was Jedediah. I think Jedediah.
Wait, Jeddah or Jebba?
Jedediah.
Jeddah?
Yeah.
That's fire.
I think the name Jedediah would be so cool.
That's tough as hell.
That's like imagine like my boss Jedediah.
I've seen there's someone who goes to our school and their name's Jeddahs or Jeddah.
Uh-huh.
Fire. Like, so there's I don't know if you're into football in the NFL, but there's a player named Justin Jefferson. He's the guy who does the gritty. You know.
Oh yeah.
Well, I'm a Bengals fan. Mm-hmm. There's a player in the Bengals. He was doing the gritty before this guy, but he made the NFL first, so everyone thinks he came up with the gritty. Just saying.
Okay.
But Justin Jefferson, I mean, he's a phenomenal player, but his nickname is Jeddahs. So Jay Jeddahs. Everyone calls him Jay Jeddahs, and that's his Instagram name. Fire. Jeddahs is sick.
I don't know what I just think the name like Jedediah is so cool. It's like intimidating. It's like an intimidating name.
Jedediah.
You know?
Instead of Jebediah.
And it sounds cool.
Jedediah, it does.
Yeah, like Jedediah, and then you can like shorten it if you want
JJ,
to. Like Jed, yeah, JJ, or like
yeah.
Dia if you wanted to. But like Die. Come on now.
Yeah.
I think it's a perfect name.
Yeah.
I wish I would like. I mean, I feel like my name is synonymous with me now, which is really funny because people are like, "How would you describe Jared?" And then they're like, "He's Jared." Which is really funny.
Fun fact, I think you're the third Jared to come on the podcast.
The third?
I've had like 2 or 3 Tylers. I've had 3 Jareds. Just all these same ass
You need
names.
more diverse friends.
Yeah, I really do.
You need more names up in here.
Yeah. No, but that's awesome.
So I pulled up the thing on my computer because my phone wasn't having it.
Oh,
right?
okay.
So this was high school, summer school at New Britain High, right? This is Heavenly's paper.
Okay.
I believe she was a junior. Yeah, sophomore going into junior year.
Yep.
So technically a junior, right?
Yep.
The assignment, this is one I gave them. Mm-hmm. The assignment was to write... No, this is the one that Mr. McKay, the teacher I was with, he gave them.
Yep.
They had to write about something they believed in, right? Because they're summer school and want them to pass, like easy work. Like easy 10-minute work, right? They just had to write about something they believed in and explain why. That was the assignment. It could be about anything as long as it gets done, full credit, right?
Oh, man.
I'm going to read you Heavenly's paper.
Okay.
And think of Ratatouille, because that was my face as I was reading this.
Yes.
So, she said, July 6, 2022, write something you believe. Okay, so I believe in manifesting. Like, write down what you want to happen and believe it'll happen, like talking to the universe or something. I do it all the time. Then when the thing I wanted to happen ends up happening, I just thank the universe or Jesus because it happened. Done, right? That's it. I'm not saying that like that's where her paper stops. I'm saying that's all she had to write to get an A. And she keeps going. And as I was reading this, I was like, oh, haha. And then I was like, okay. It was literally just like the guy from Ratatouille.
Yep. So this is where it gets spicy.
So if only she ended it with the period right there. Full credit. I mean, she got full credit anyway, but he just kept going.
Oh, boy.
So, the thing I wanted to happen ends up happening. Should have been a period there. I just thank the universe or Jesus because it happened. I don't know how to really explain it, but yeah, it's just manifesting. And also, I kind of believe the zombie apocalypse will happen, but I'm probably just watching too much of The Walking Dead. But yeah, I believe manifesting. Like, I'll give you an example. My ex cheated on me, so I wrote down my feelings and put he will get hurt and not be with her. And I believed it'll happen and kept writing it down. And he actually ended up getting hurt playing his game, and he stopped talking to the other girl. Something like that. Or I'll manifest something good for myself. Like I write it down, I'll believe it'll happen, and sometimes it happens.
Oh my god.
So, and the thing is,
oh my god.
The thing is, I'm reading this to you. She wrote this with no punctuation. No periods, no commas.
Full run on.
This is just like one complete thought to her.
That's a giant run on.
This is just like one complete thought to her,
that
Mario.
that was off.
This is almost psychotic. The fact that she was like, yeah, that I believe in manifesting and like the zombie apocalypse, and like I wrote that my ex will get hurt. No punctuation.
I can confirm. And she did the symbol where you do the 3 dashes
yeah,
on top, 3 dashes on the bottom, zigzag, make it an S. She did. Wow.
And as I was reading it, I was like, I need to take a picture of this because no one's going to believe me.
Oh, Heavenly, what are we doing?
Yeah, girl.
Girl, fix your punctuation and fix your priorities.
The fact that she was like, yeah, I wrote down that he will get hurt, like physically hurt. And I kept writing it down. Yeah. And I kept writing it down. And I kept writing it down and believing it'll happen. And then it happened. And I was like, wow, what if she's thinking like, what if she's writing down like, oh, I hope this person dies constantly all the time. But yeah, she was interesting. She was fun to talk to.
Wow.
Another time I talked to her, she came in class upset. Right? And I was like, Heavenly, what's up? And she goes, oh, like my boyfriend cheated on me. And I'm like, first of all, because this paper came out before this new thing, right? So I was like, oh, she has another boyfriend already? But anyway, she was like, yeah, like my boyfriend's cheating on me. And like, I know he's cheating on me. And he knows that I know because I caught him in a lie, but he keeps denying it. And I'm like, oh, that's rough, Heavenly. I'm sorry. And she goes, that's not even the worst part. He's cheating on me with her. And she showed me a picture of her. And she was like, she's ugly. She's an ugly bitch. He cheated on me with some ugly bitch. And I'm like, dang, I don't even know what to say to this.
It's tough.
But not getting cheated on by someone uglier, that's crazy. But yeah, she was really upset. But I mean, Heavenly was quite the character.
Quite the character.
Literally just the one on, just like one continuous flowing thought. No punctuation.
I know there was another one you wanted to talk about. It was Am I the Asshole, right?
Yeah, we had an Am I the Asshole one.
Oh, let me check something real quick.
The thing is, I can read a random one off Reddit, but I didn't find any that were decent to me yet.
Right.
But I'll read one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's an awkward situation. This is okay. I'm gonna scroll up and down on my Reddit. I'm gonna stop at one. And I'll read it out loud.
Okay.
Let's go right here. This one says, am I the asshole for losing my temper at my sister? Okay, let's see if you are. Okay. It says, to start this off, I'm probably most definitely the asshole, but I want other people's opinions. I, 14, and my sister, 24, have lived together all my life. She's not a bad sister, but she's not a good one either. She was kind of neglectful, same with my other sibling, and treated me as a nuisance. In recent years, though she has stopped the behavior and begun to actually acknowledge my existence, what happened was I got home after going to a mower place, a parts place, the bank, basically just errands. My knees were killing me, as in sharp pains every time I move, aches, and a lot more. I have bad knees. On top of that, I also felt sick. I've been feeling sick for 1 week now, but I just ignored it. Anyway, at shopping, I got Maximums, which helps you if you're sick. Oh, pills. So I got 2 when I was supposed to get 4 because I didn't read it correctly. When I got into the car, I asked my granddad if I could have one, and he said yes. When we got home, I told my sister I had one after I bring in all the shopping bags. She got really mad at me and said something like, you're not going to be sick tomorrow, so you shouldn't have had one. This royally pissed me off. I ended up saying something like, what the hell? I'm sick now. So what does tomorrow have to do with it? I ended up yelling when I didn't mean to. I have emotional problems I'm working on. There's a lot of parentheses in here, which is funny. Immediately after that, I turned to my granddad and said, I'm going with you tonight. And then my sister followed up with, you can't, you're sick, remember? That pissed me off more, but I didn't say anything this time and just did something for my granddad. On my way back, I hear my pop saying he might get pies when we come home. I was all for it, and so was my sister. Then Dad asked about dessert, and I said yes, but my sister once again said, you can't get anything, you're sick. And at this point, I lost it and said, you're sick too, Granddad, don't get her anything. And with that, I went to my room. I tried to close the door, but it fell on my hand, and it startled me, so I turned around and pushed it really hard, and it made a bang noise. My granddad yelled out, really, really angrily. I told him I got startled and pushed my door, but he didn't say anything. I don't feel bad about lashing out at her, but I'm not sure if I should feel bad, so am I the asshole? So I guess his sister was just pestering him about the pills and him being like, oh, I can't do that, I'm sick. And then
if I'm being completely honest, I probably would have done the same shit if someone was nagging me that way.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Because like,
yeah, no shot.
I do. Be
I side with the storyteller on this one.
I do be a little low key petty. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. I'm not. You know who are big assholes?
Who?
Those who are oblivious.
Oh, yeah.
Like people that are just very oblivious. They don't even realize it.
No.
Let's say they just started up a whole ass situation and they just
think of something else.
And they just walk away from it. Mm-hmm. Those people really just grind my gears. They really do. No bullshit. It's true
start shit and walk away.
Seriously. I just like my favorite way to describe, especially with my experience with this one girl.
Mm-hmm.
I always described her as, picture like one of those anime characters that is all so happy and go lucky and so sweet, and everyone thinks she's so adorable and so cute, and she's like, everyone, like, they see her, they start laughing and smiling, and they just can't be mad or angry or realize how horrible this person actually is. And every time she's just skipping around laughing, she's just leaving trails of bombs blowing up and atomic waste and everything just in her.
I picture it. I see it.
Yeah, that's exactly, yeah.
Just like that?
There's a person that I've met that's like that.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Yeah.
That's awful.
Yeah, it's bad.
Do I have anyone like that? Real question is, do you have anyone in your friend group who you keep around because you know they're doing worse than you? So anytime you're doing bad, you check up on them to make sure that they're still doing bad?
Dude,
just to make sure that you're still doing better than them?
I've never thought about anything like that before, to be
honest
with you. You keep them around because they're down bad?
You keep them around because you know,
but like it's kind of like a confidence boost because you know that.
Yeah, because you know that no matter how bad you're doing, you know they're gonna be doing worse than you.
If I'm being honest, that seems like something very common that some people do.
Yeah,
that doesn't seem very uncommon. But if I'm being honest, I've never really thought about anything like that. Because
I was thinking about it. Like,
I've thought about a lot of things, but never that. That's fucked up.
I know I have friends that I should like probably get rid of.
Yeah.
But I'm kind of nice. But every time I talk to them, they're always talking about how like awful they're doing, and it low key always makes me feel. But like it's not like I'm keeping them around.
Yeah.
To be like mean, it just always happens that I don't get rid of them, and then they talk to me, and then they're like, "Oh, I'm doing bad like this," and I'm like, "Oh, well, that's not me at least." You know?
Yeah.
But I definitely have a friend who, oh my god, they're so irritating. But like, they will triple text me sometimes, and I'll respond like once a day, and I'll be like, "Hi," and then I won't respond for like another 3 days, right? But the thing is, they always, oh, that was such a good show.
Which one did I just show?
Cyberpunk Edge Runners, right? There.
Oh yeah,
I gotta watch. I gotta finish.
I need to see that. I hear it's really good. Yeah, for those that are, whether you listen or watch it, you can't see it, but I have a TV right behind the camera, so it's just I have Netflix. I was just watching some Vinland Saga, fire. But yeah, that's.
Oh yeah. So with the friend,
yeah,
they cannot hold a job. And every time they're at a job, they're always like, everyone at work is mean to me, and they sound like that too. They talk like this all the time.
They're kind of a victim, you would say.
They're always the victim.
As they're the victim. Yeah.
They never do anything wrong.
It's never that. Yeah.
They're always the victim.
Yeah.
They literally went through like 3 jobs in a month and a half.
Jeez.
And I was like, it can't be that hard to hold a job. Why do you always think everyone's after you? Like if anything, I promise that no one cares about you that much, you know?
Yeah.
But anyway, but they're not in school. They're not working right now.
Oh man.
And I
hope they're not listening because I feel like it's very specific as to who you're referring to.
It is. Like if whoever does listen, they know exactly who they are. And
you think they'll just accept it? Be like, you know, I'm still friends with Jared. Oh, they're like, dude, you're an asshole.
They listen and they're like, you know what, Jared keeps it real.
Yeah.
They're like, you got a point.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can't, like, I just don't know how you become that way sometimes.
Yeah.
But I guess that happens more often.
Yeah, I will say as much as I don't like the truth sometimes. Mm-hmm. You know how you said sometimes you can look back and you love the fact that you've been able to go through things through life and like, let's say losing friends or you learn from. I enjoy the process. Mm-hmm. I really do. And if there's something I'm not doing, lacking, most times I realize it. Mm-hmm. I realize before other people do. Mm-hmm. And yeah, no, I can, if someone was like, dude, like, you've been slacking, like, what's going on? Like, oh, I could be like, oh, shit, you know what? You're right. Mm-hmm. I will say, there's a lot of times where I am stubborn, but I am willing to acknowledge it. But there are some times where, and you know what's crazy? I was talking about this in my public opinion class. How
we have a public opinion class?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it is interesting. It really is.
Is it like public speaking or no?
I wouldn't say so. It's more... Professor talks about so far we've been learning about certain philosophers and stuff, and just certain theories and certain things like that, and why the public sways towards certain things like of such nature, and how it works, and how if you use words in a certain way, like politicians do, how you can captivate an audience, is crazy stuff like that. And in the class, our professor kind of threw this question at us, and it was crazy because the question was sort of how did it go? It was something around the field of if let's say you truly believed something was true, and let's say most signs pointed towards it, like let's say a very extreme example, but let's say back in the times of like slavery and stuff, you were like, this is wrong. Everyone's equal. Black, white, doesn't matter what skin color you are. Like, we are all on the same page. Like, but why is this happening? Why are we using our fellow
humans,
brothers and sisters and humans to like for this kind of work? It's just terrible. And like you knew morally, like this, like what you believed in was right. But the mass society was like, nah, fam, we gonna keep doing this.
Nah, fam.
And it was kind of in the question stands like, why because you believe something is right, should you still be afraid to share your beliefs and like hide away from what you truly believe? Like why conform to society instead of just standing your ground? Like what's so wrong about being different? And it was just one of those questions like, wow, shit, like that's true. And to an extent you could use that example sort of like with social media. I'm sure you've definitely seen how a lot of people treat their Instagrams.
Oh, of course.
Especially nowadays. And I always ask the question, when did we lose touch with how Instagram is supposed to be truly used?
I don't know.
What point? I have an old Instagram account. You could literally find it if you wanted to. And I posted anything and everything on that bad boy. Anything. Freaking memes. Pictures of me at a 7-Eleven getting gum. Like, the most random shit. No, seriously. Pictures of shoes I made in 2K. I posted a picture of me wearing a cardboard box with a pencil saying I was a Mexican unicorn.
Okay.
I'm not even Mexican. I'm not even Mexican. I'm Puerto Rican. All right? And it was just crazy, funny shit. Stupid shit. And all of a sudden, as soon as maybe it's when we all learned what are going through puberty and learning about the human body and becoming self-conscious of what other people think of us and stuff like that, maybe is when everyone all of a sudden wanted to treat their Instagrams like Tinders and shit.
I don't know, but I'm sick and tired of all the bots, like all the Instagram bots. Oh my god, they make me so upset.
Oh, I'm gonna live to see the day where they're
as
soon as they're made, it's just I hope there's a point in time where as soon as it's made,
they're
gone.
just like
exterminated. Pew, gone.
That's what I hope for.
Dude, I'm sick and tired of getting DMs from bots.
Exactly.
It's so annoying.
I'm sick and tired of me seeing a video and then thinking like the comments will be interesting or funny, and then it's just like bots.
It's at least the first 10 comments are bots. You
Every
gotta get past the first 10 comments. It's so annoying. I don't even know how you fix a problem like that. Maybe you have to like go into like an algorithm and just change the code. Don't know either. I don't know.
But your philosophy thing made me think of I took a philosophy class last semester with Brielle from the rec center.
Yeah, Bree. Shout out to Bree.
Yeah. And one of the questions the professor... it wasn't really a question, but it was like an example, right?
Okay.
So say you work at a business, or you just work, right?
Okay.
You work at the rec center.
Yep.
I work at the rec center. And we don't really talk to each other, but like we're acquaintances. We'll talk if we're at the front desk together, right? And then one day, you just ask me, "Hey man, what do you like do for fun?" And I'm like, "Oh, well, I just like once a week I'll just go out in the woods and I'll like kill moose, right?" What's your thought?
Why is that the first thing that comes to your mind when I ask what do you do for fun? Or what do you like to do?
Well, I'm just being honest. Like, I just go out in the woods and I just kill moose for fun. Like, what are you thinking about?
Why moose?
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, well, I mean, they're just big. They're
do you
fun.
Do you eat them?
No, I just kill them for fun.
Sport? Just kill them for fun?
I just kill them for fun.
Just leave them there?
Yeah.
What got you into hunting or killing? Why are you into that? No, not judging. Just
not judging.
Yep. Just
well, I mean, I don't know. I just used to do it with my dad all the time. Just questions like that, right? So the conversation goes on like that.
Okay.
Point is, we had a conversation about it, right?
Yeah.
Now, same situation.
Okay.
Right? You're like, hey, Jared, what do you do for fun? I go, oh, well, like once a week I just go out and kill cats.
Is there domestic cats? Domesticated cats?
I just go out and kill cats.
So let's say like I know my neighbor's
street
cat,
cats. I just kill cats. Why are you acting different?
No, Well,
Why?
Exactly.
the same.
Wait.
Okay.
Honestly, okay. The thing with are moose endangered, by the way?
I don't know. I can look it up right now.
Yeah. Either way, the thing with cats is, first of all, somebody could own that cat. That's why. One, you gotta be part of someone's family. That's one. Two, that's why I asked like the hunt for sport thing. I mean, I don't know if people do hunt moose for sport or how any of that works. Mm-hmm. But the thing, and listen, I'm not necessarily. I'm gonna say I'm fully against hunting. Like, I'm not gonna shame you if you do it, but I really don't see a point in doing it. Mm-hmm. Maybe if you're like doing old school, like there's certain societies where they have to hunt for food. Mm-hmm. Like, that's fine.
I'm just killing for fun, bro.
Although, yeah, I mean, it's fucked up either way. No, it is. It's fucked up either way. I try not to judge.
But once a week,
the thing.
I'm a normal person.
Yeah, no, but
because I am a normal person.
Yeah, no, but the only thing with cats though is it's like, okay, but just, if you're gonna do that, and listen, I'm not saying you should at all, but just like make sure it doesn't have a name tag or collar, because like that could actually be somebody's cat. Imagine you're just like. Little girl's like, oh, where's Fluffy? And then all of a sudden she's you walking outside like John Wick. Pow! You just John Wick the shit out of a cat. And she's just there mortified.
That'd be awful. But the whole
point... But yeah, what? Yeah, so explain to me the whole point of the logic and the science of this.
The philosophical question was that there was one philosopher. His name was Immanuel Kant. And basically his whole thing of like, oh, what makes a good person, what doesn't make a good person is all about intentions. Right? Yep. So, and one of the examples was like, all right, if I go out and kill moose once a week, like, you see me every day. I laugh with you guys. I eat with you guys. I do everything with you.
Well, the one day.
But once a week, I just go out and kill moose for fun. The lust
just overcomes you and you become a different person. Like Jekyll and Hyde.
Like once every 2 weeks, a full moon comes out. And I just go out and kill moose for fun.
Yeah, those moose better hide, board up in houses, do what they got to do.
Because I feel like if I were in an office building and I knew you for like a month, maybe 2 months, and we were like decent acquaintances, and you're like, yeah, just like once a week I just go out and kill moose, I'd be like, oh, okay. Like that's just what he does for fun, I guess. Yeah. But if you were to be like, yeah, just like once a week I go out and kill cats, a part of my brain would be like, that's a red buzzer right there. That's a little sus. But why is that? That was basically the whole philosophical thing. Because realistically, they're equal. Question. He's just going out and killing animals for fun. Yeah. But why do you think moose is okay and then like cats is no?
I think the moose is no as well. Mm-hmm. I just try not to judge. That's where I'm coming from. When it comes to me, I just try to be respectful. I really do. I just try to be respectful because, like, especially for chill like that. Because I'm not gonna stand up and be like, "You motherfucker, you kill moose."
I get you.
You son of a bitch. I'm not gonna do that. But it's.
Would you look at him differently? If he was like, yeah.
If he said, okay. First of all, if he said he was killing to begin with, not let's say he catches fish and cooks them. He just goes out and kills.
Like he's not hunting; he's just killing.
I'm not gonna judge, but definitely I would an eyebrow would be raised because it's like for some reason he's going to kill. Mm-hmm. This guy must enjoy that. Like he enjoys hunting or killing, so that means he must possibly be a decent fighter or hunter or shooter or something. Mm-hmm. So that definitely raises an eyebrow. I definitely don't sleep on those kind of people because. Then it's like, oh, let's say we get into altercation. I gotta be careful. Like, I gotta watch my words sometimes, maybe, if he likes to do that shit. Make sure I'm not on no possible list.
Like, hey, we're having a party, and could you bring the cake that we bought in Rhode Island? Yeah, Rhode Island's 5 hours away, but it would be really helpful if you brought the cake.
Yeah.
So, when he's back, the party's over.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's a great question. I never thought, did he bring up another example when it comes to that?
Like more philosophical stuff? Yeah. Like, with that specifically, I don't...
Like, like this or that, what would make this worse than that? Because
Well, he brought up... I remember a lot of stuff from the... It was moral issues. Yeah. Philosophy class, right? Yeah. So I remember, like, a lot of the things that he brought up. One of the more interesting ones was, imagine there's a machine, right? And in this machine, once you step in this machine, you live like the most perfect life ever. But the thing is, the people outside of the machine monitoring you, they will issue challenges and put like roadblocks. Basically, they'll put in hard moments, stressful moments in your life for you to then achieve the perfect happiness again eventually, right?
Sounds like a movie I just saw.
It's so you enjoy those happy moments like to the utmost possibility, right? Yep. But the thing is, if that machine existed to give you a perfect life, you have to be in it forever. If this machine existed to give you the perfect life, would you step in this machine?
So you're the perfect life in the machine, but what's going on in the real world?
Your regular life.
But how?
So just
but no. I just see it as if I get in the machine, I'm only worried about what's going on in the machine.
But it's another whole perfect life, though.
So would I rather live a perfect life or a regular one with flaws?
Yeah, basically. So would you live a perfect false life, or would you live like a real life?
Nah, give me the real life all day.
Give me the real life?
Because this goes back to the perfect thing. It'd be boring.
But the thing is,
there's no problems. There's no sadness. There's no... Everything's perfect. Everything's
it's not that everything's perfect. You're still gonna have challenges that are like man-made by people on the outside, so you can appreciate the good times more.
But challenges how?
Challenges like, oh, maybe your car breaks down one day, and like, oh, maybe you break your leg, and then it heals, and then you like appreciate.
And you're willingly choosing to do this?
Yes, because it's the perfect life. Like everything is perfectly algorithmically made to give you the perfect life.
There has to be a catch.
The catch is that it's just fake.
But can you ever get out of the machine or no?
No. No, you prefer something real? But why?
I think that...
Because the point is, like, is there something in our brains which is like, give me something real even if you know it's going to be harder that you can't even explain? That was basically the question.
Yeah. Nah, I think I'd rather deal with the real life problems, real life shit.
Would it feel like you accomplished something?
Especially because it's real. Like, imagine... You were in that machine and you had a family and shit. Mm-hmm. None of it's real.
That's true.
That's really fucked up.
That's true.
Yeah, none of that shit.
But you'd be happy. Like, you would be happy.
No, but that's kind of like a fucking loner gamer who's just constantly sweating in a video game.
That's true.
And he's just glued to his TV, accomplishing everything he was always wanting to accomplish. Mm-hmm. I remember when I finished Spider-Man with Miles Morales, 100% of the game.
Me too.
And it's just like, okay, you felt good.
You're like, what do I do now?
And now you're just like, I accomplished all this in the game, but it's just a game. Mm-hmm. What about the real life? What about the real world? That's kind of how I see it. But like, at the same time, your reality would be so distorted. The fact that the fake world will become your real world, to where like you wouldn't even think about it that way. But right. I need to deal with my problems in the real world.
Because the truth is,
it all comes back to the real world.
The fun part of the question is that like you could be in the machine right now.
I know we could be. But see, you know how I know my ass ain't in the machine? You don't know how I know my ass ain't in the machine?
Why? Because you're not happy? You're not perfectly happy?
Oh, okay. Well, I don't think anybody's ever perfectly happy.
Oh, no way.
No, and especially in the way I'm perceiving the world, there's no shot.
No way.
There is no shot that everybody's perfectly happy. No, but there's a lot of shit that I still haven't done that I got to get done or got to do. And if I was in that machine, that shit would have been done.
Oh, that's fair. That's
it would have been done. Like, believe me. Mm-hmm. Like, I still stress. I still got problems. If I was in that machine, there would be no problems. There would be roadblocks or certain things that I'd have to overcome, but nothing like I face in this real world.
Do you have any high school stories? Like interesting high school stories at all? Because I have like, oh my god, my school was so different.
I do.
Do you have any? We can start with senior pranks. Do you have any good senior pranks? From all 4 years of seniors.
If I'm being honest, I never really cared for the prank stuff.
That's okay.
Yeah,
that's fair.
I remember we had the senior prank day. All the seniors woke up mad early to put hella balloons, I think, in the hallways and stuff, and did all that. And some senior brought his like ATV, was like drifting in the front of the high school, I think. And I just remember coming on a bus on the regular time and seeing everybody already out there going crazy. I just walked right inside as if I was like a part of them. But yeah, I wasn't really like a part of like the not necessarily the mass crowd, but like the you know how like you classify people popular, the jocks, the this, the that, the this, and that. Most of the popular people I didn't really associate myself with. I didn't really go to high school parties, or I was so low key in high school.
I get you.
I just minded my business, and a lot of people, their US Level Prime was then.
I know. That's
and
crazy
now they're kind of like the popular people, just like I never thought would happen. Now those people aren't talked about as much as it was in high school because you're constantly in the same building, seeing them every single day.
Because you have to.
Yeah. But yeah, I wouldn't say so. I do have some high school stories, but nothing, no pranks. You can share yours though. I'm curious.
There was my freshman year, so I was 3 years removed from the senior prank.
Yep.
My freshman year, there were these. I think it was 3 of them or 2. I think it was 3, and I remember the day specifically. It was a Tuesday. It was a B day, so I had Spanish 2 first.
Yep.
As my first period, right?
Okay.
And I remember I walked through the front doors of the school. And as I did, like, I heard people coughing, but I didn't really take it into account in my brain, I was just like, oh, everyone's coughing, whatever, right? So I walked into my class. I sat down for maybe like 10 minutes. Kids are still coughing outside, but it's like, it's just minor coughs, right? Sometimes you'll hear like a kid go absolutely crazy in the hallway, right? One of my friends, she was like hella tall. Her name is Nelani, right? She walked in the Spanish building, the Spanish room, and she went, hey, Jared. She was chewing gum. And I said, what's up, Nelani? And she goes, why is everyone coughing outside? Yeah. And the fire alarm went off, right? And then everyone left. And then later, about like 45 minutes to an hour later, we were outside for a while. We found out that apparently these seniors put pepper spray in the ventilation system.
No.
Yeah, that was a senior prank. They put pepper spray in the ventilation system. So, like, everyone was coughing so bad. And I think 3 kids went to the hospital. And
you weren't? That must have not been nuts.
I guess I wasn't exposed for long enough.
Yeah. No banana scent, no nuts,
no banana, nothing. No peanuts.
Yeah.
I was whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, so apparently like 3 kids went to the hospital and 1 kid had an asthma attack. I believe they got
those kids.
Suspended.
Those kids definitely got. Yeah, they definitely got.
But like looking back though, I'm not gonna lie, they got us good. They got us. They pranked us.
That's fucking crazy.
They pranked us good.
Yeah, that's wild. Whenever I think of high school, honestly, I just think of it as a giant simulation of roadblocks and hardships that was necessary to get to where I am today. I've kind of accepted what high school was.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of just see it as not necessarily a milestone in getting your diploma. I just saw it as an obstacle. A major obstacle I got through. It's done.
Mm-hmm.
I learned. I lived. And here we are. That's just kind of how I see it now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, whether it was playing football or whatever. But yeah, I never really partied. Never really did anything crazy like that. I missed out on a lot of stuff. But like, I'm not in terms of regret, but just in terms of experience. I get you. Now being in college, whether it's going to a bar, which I've only done maybe once or twice.
Mm-hmm. I've yet to do that realistically. I
guess.
guess.
No. So
I don't think I need to.
On the first week of school, you really don't. On the first week of school, or of this semester, went out to a bar on Thursday night and experienced the whole waiting in line and getting in and how it was.
Waiting in
and honestly, it was mid.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm being honest, the thing is though. Okay, I will say, when people ask you what are you, choose introvert, extrovert, what do you tell them? What would you say? Because this has to do with what I'm getting to.
I feel like I'd prefer to stay home most of the time. It's like I prefer to stay home most of the time, but the thing is,
you seem like you're the same thing as me. What I say is I'm an extroverted introvert.
Exactly.
And what I mean by that is, I will prefer a smaller circle, smaller setting, gathering of people.
Exactly.
And in that setting, I could be the life of the party, but like at the same time, I'll just be myself. Like I'll be like, but let's say we go to a much bigger crowd, not as outgoing, more laid back. Because I kind of feel like an NPC when I go out to those settings.
Mario,
and that's
I get you.
It's the most disrespectful feeling to feel.
To
know that you're feeling like one. And you could just tell, right? I went out and okay, I'm not trying to like brag. You should feel like this. I feel like this. I feel like I have that main character energy whenever I'm going around. Like that's how you have to. You can't be living life feeling.
Yeah,
like
it's not bragging. You can't be feeling like a side character.
You have to feel like a main character.
I feel like if you not the main character, you have to at least be the comic relief, bro. Like have people get excited when you show up.
Yeah, seriously. So when I was walking around, I felt like the main character going to a new place for the first time, checking it out. The camera pans, looking all around the room, and I saw some people from high school, and I was like, dude, you guys look terrible. But it was kind of like a good thing. Like, wow, like, you guys look terrible.
Yeah, like, you guys look terrible.
But not that I wish that for those people. It's just, you guys are past your prime. You're washed.
Yeah, just past the prime.
Yeah, so, honestly, I think I don't know if I'd say it's necessary to ever go out to a bar. Maybe go out to a club, party, maybe once. It's definitely something to say you've done.
Yeah, exactly. Like, do it once.
I've always had a vision for myself when I'm older that I'd host karaoke nights and stuff.
That is absolutely top tier.
And like a little cabana or something, or like a chill ass.
Like with all your friends?
Yeah. With like a bunch of people I'm chill with, and it's like, you gotta be cool with Fudge to get in. Sort of deal. I've always thought about that, where I'm always wearing a Hawaiian shirt. I always have the mic. I greet everyone. I'm like, all right, guys, at 8 o'clock, we're going to be doing all this shit.
What a dream.
Yeah. No, I definitely think with the right people, it's easy to have a really great time. But the whole bar vibe, especially where we go, and right by our school, it's not really the best, I would say. But I got the experience. It was dirty as hell. It was sticky as hell. Hot.
Oh, my God.
Sweaty.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, all sorts of different people. It was quite the thing. I still don't know how I feel about it, because the thing with me is I'm not really the type to go out to a bar and be hitting on people, and I feel like that's kind of how I see it, like what I would want to do, but it's not really who I am.
I get you.
I'm kind of the type of person where if I'm going to meet a girl or the right person, it's going to be whether, let's say, I'm working with them, we're just chilling in the same class, we're just around each other a lot, and then eventually we get to know each other through like a mutual person, or they're just there, and slowly a friendship builds into something more type of thing. That's how I see it. I mean, I could be totally fucking wrong. It's just with the tendencies I know of my life, I feel like that's how it is for me. Because you're not gonna catch me going to a bar, like, hey baby, how you doing? Yeah, no shot, or just I ain't got no riz. But well, not necessarily I have none, but I'm not gonna be spitting game. Yeah,
like not going.
You're not
like
gonna
that.
catch me spitting game in that way.
That's like going out of your way.
Yeah,
you know?
and everyone talks about the comfort zone shit. I don't know. What about you? How does it work for you?
Club wise, I guess I could talk a lot, but like I went to my first club. Was it earlier this year? Point is, I didn't want to really go to the club in the first place, but I went for someone's birthday. Yeah, because they were like my best friend's cousin, so I went with them, and it was so boring. It wasn't. I don't even want to say it was like boring, but okay. First of all, this is an important thing about me. If I go to any type of party and I have to yell the entire time to talk to someone, party's losing automatically at least 3 points, because I have a really fragile voice. First of all. And I feel like if I have to raise my voice in any type of way to where I feel it,
to have the horror, where your voice is being.
I hate that so much, because my voice only goes so high, realistically.
You ever seen Project X?
Yes.
I saw that for the
What a party.
I saw that for the first time last month. It really changed my. I already had an idea of how good parties have to be.
That's isn't it like the best party in the
greatest party?
Yeah, the greatest party
ever. Yeah, for those who haven't seen Project X, and you are at least 13 years plus. Yeah, I
recommend.
Yeah, seriously.
So you'll know that no party you ever go to will ever match that party.
Yeah, for real. But when I go to a party, I need this kind of music with a little strobe light action here and there, some like dope flashing lights. Nice neon lights like that one back there.
Yeah, I get it.
I need the lighting. I need really good music. Fire music. Music you could dance to, obviously. Can't be too crowded. Gotta have room to dance and move around, talk to people. But it's a hard
line.
No, it's just the way society's built, and especially with our generation, how we communicate with one another these days. It's kind of hard to enjoy those kind of venues. It is kind of places, because when you, unless you look like LeBron James or someone built as hell, it's hard to just go up, especially if you're like going out to try and hit on people. It's hard to go out and approach a girl and say, hey, how you doing? Nice to meet you. Because they might just use the thirsty. They might use thirsty or just dirty, whatever, a creep. It's as hard as it is to be a girl, and I have nothing but respect for women. Everything they do, giving birth, all that shit, the shit that they're dealing with and facing nowadays, the pay gap, all that stuff. But man, I will say, it is way easier for a girl to get a guy than a guy to get a girl.
Oh, for sure.
So much easier. Whether they're wearing makeup or not, at the end of the day, a guy, as weird as it sounds, like guys are horny as hell. Like they no matter how down bad a guy may seem, like a girl's gonna get hers. She's gonna have a guy. She's gonna get complimented. It is hard. You're not gonna just get a DM unless you look like Harry Styles or Zac Efron. Did you ever get your DMs? Oh my God, Jared, like, you look hot as hell. I want you. Yeah, no, you don't. It's so you have to step out of your comfort zone to find those people and or someone, and hopefully there's a connection and they're chill about it, and you're not seen as the It's I'm telling you, man, society generation.
Oh, I wish we had a girl here right now, because I'd be like, do you think you'd ever propose to your man?
I had a debate with this with
Maldo. I asked two of my friends about that, and they were
was
like,
Maldo one of them?
No, it wasn't Maldo. It was two girls. Two of my best friends.
Me and Maldo had a big debate about this.
How?
Big. Not in a bad way, but in like such a...
Yeah, I mean like who was on which side?
I was on the I would never let my girl propose to me side.
Okay. And Maldo
he was on the I wouldn't mind it side.
Uh-huh.
First of all right, let's get into this. So my mindset when it comes to that is... If it came to where my girl had to propose to me, I was doing something wrong.
Okay.
I wasn't seeing the signs that she wanted to be married, first of all, you want to find the balance to where you know she wants to marry you and to where you know that, or you know she wants to marry you, but you know she's not going to reject you if you propose to her. Because you know how you see people propose, like, oh, no. Yeah, you want them to say, oh, when we get married. As soon as you hear that, like, okay. I got the ticket. Like, we're good.
Exactly.
And then you plan around that. But that means you're waiting so long that they just get annoyed and tired to the point where they want to propose. So that I feel embarrassed personally as a husband or as a fiance, a spouse. Like that was my job. Like, and that's something I want to be able to do and have the honor of doing. It's not necessarily them. It's not them. It's not like I'm not mad at them. I'd be so mad at myself. And I'll, honestly, at the same time, if I'm being honest, I'd be a little humiliated. I feel like I kind of got bitched. I know, like, personally,
she put the ring on your finger.
Yeah, no, that's something that I want to do. If I have to lay that from day one, because it's just I'm traditional in a sense. I'm very open minded as hell, but with certain things, very traditional. Like when it comes to that, I'm not letting a girl propose to me. No, just no. It has to be me. And if it's not, like, what kind of reality am I living in? When it comes you're in the machine. When it comes to my situation. But yeah, I always hear the mind of the...
Oh, like, let's have the girl propose every once in a while, you know?
Yeah, like, I don't discourage it. If that's something that the guy and the girl fuck with, or they're both happy, who gives a shit? But it's just... I feel like whoever identifies as a male, biologically, mentally, all that shit, I feel like there are certain things that a man has to do in this world that he has to be able to check off and be proud of that he did. Check off that he did. If he has a family, he stays committed to his marriage if he is married and takes care of his kids, like, sets them up for a bright future. That's something that a man has to do when he has a family, I believe. I believe that when it comes to the whole proposing thing, man's got to propose. Like, you want to talk about stepping out of your comfort zone to the whole world, the whole restaurant.
I would have no problem proposing to my girlfriend.
But that's what you got to do. That's on you. That's on you, brother. That's what you got to do. That's how I feel like
if I like publicly proposed, I'd have everyone with me, you know, instead of like everyone with the girl. So I feel like I personally have no issue asking for a girl's number if I feel like I want her number.
Yes.
I don't know. I feel like I know exactly.
I know exactly what you're saying.
Because I feel like
you seem like if the girl's okay looking, you think she's cute, but she's okay. You're not gonna step out of your element to ask for it. But maybe if you know you're never gonna see her again, you think she's that good looking.
For sure. I'd be like, just give me
you gotta get it.
Exactly.
Yeah, you gotta go.
Because I know from firsthand that if someone tells you like, oh, I want to be your boyfriend or girlfriend, right? Or if they're like, oh, like, what's your number? Like, give me your number. Like, minimum, even if you do get rejected, minimum, they're going to feel flattered in some type of way, you know? So, like, even if you ask, unless you're, like, terribly, terribly ugly, unless you're terribly ugly somehow, and you ask someone, like, oh, what's your number? They're going to be flattered somehow.
Right.
And that's a good feeling, like, knowing that even if you get rejected, you did flatter someone else.
Yeah.
So, I feel like even if that's what I think about to give me the courage to ask for someone's number. I'm like, oh, like even if I get rejected, they're gonna be flattered the rest of the day. You know? That could just be me being like a bitch. I don't know.
Yeah.
or like a sub.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But I think like, cause I know that, what was it? Junior year? I think it was junior year. One girl, she told me in Instagram DM that she liked me, and she was crazy.
Okay.
Quote crazy.
Okay.
Right. And I was like, yeah, that's nice. Like I felt flattered, but I was like, no.
Yeah, isn't it crazy?
Yeah.
How what I just said earlier? How God, like we never get the DMs and affection, and it's the one time we do. No.
Yeah, it's like
No. It's like the magic. We just become the magic conch.
So that reminds me of the party too. But yeah, with I feel like I have no problem just asking for a girl's number.
Yeah.
But that could just be a me thing. I feel like it's not that hard once you get in the right mindset.
You have any pickup lines that you be using?
No, I just talk.
You just talk. I think that's what a gentleman's best friend is.
Just talk.
Communication. I'm a communication major.
I got
that is what I.
Then your communication's got to be top tier, Mario.
I just have to be built different from the rest.
Mm-hmm. I don't think I really have any pickup lines. I literally just talk.
Yeah,
because I think I'm fun to talk to.
You definitely seem like you prefer in person than over the phone.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
And plus, like in person, I can be more animated with my stories.
Yeah.
Like Mario, the best party. Yeah. So back to the party thing. That was a good whoop around.
Yes, perfect.
So back to the party thing. The best party I ever went to. One of my friends invited me to this Catholic church party. Right.
Oh no, not
and
the
I
Catholic
turned
church.
I turned them down so many times. I was like, all right, I'll go to this one. Right, Mario.
Yeah, I'm listening.
This was like the best party I ever went to.
Oh boy.
In my entire, I walked in.
When was this?
This is my freshman year of college. This was like my first college party too, mind you.
When did you start going to college?
2019.
When did I think I went in 2019 as well. Okay, yeah, we're in the same. When do you graduate? The spring?
Yeah, spring of 2024, not the spring.
Oh, okay. So you'll see me. Yeah, I don't graduate till the fall of 23. Yeah, fall of 23.
Okay,
so we'll be seeing each other quite a bit.
Yeah, we'll see each other a couple more times.
Yeah. No,
so
but okay, so tell me about this.
This was literally the best party.
Pre-COVID party.
Yeah, pre-COVID party. Literally the best party I ever went to. First of all, I walked in, and it was quiet inside. I could hear, like, the conversations everyone was having. There was food there, like free. There was like
was
really
it an elegant party?
It was like
because the way you're picturing it is you open. They have a veggie platter.
There was cheese. There was food. There were crackers. There was like sandwiches and like the music. If there was music, it was like very minimum. It was like I don't want to say like elevator music, but it was still like good music. But I could hear I didn't strain my voice. Mario, if I don't need to strain my voice to talk at a party, You're in your element. I'm literally in my element, and I'm also on like cloud 9. And then not only that, but the pastor, Father Casey at the time.
Shout out Father Casey.
Yeah, shout out Father Casey. Throwing such a banger. I'm never gonna forget it. Father Casey. We played a game of chess. Oh, Mario, it was such a good party. Oh my God, it was so good. Literally the best college party I ever went to so far.
You ever have you ever hung out with there's a group of people, whether it was with a girl or whatever it was, and as soon as you leave and you're walking to your car or you're just walking away from the house and you just and you're as whether it's that drive home, the walk to the car, and you just have this moment of clarity like, oh my God, this was such a perfect afternoon or night.
Yes. Yeah, of course.
That's what it seemed like when you walked away from it, you walked away just
I walked away and I was like, I'm so glad I came.
Yes.
Because like the whole time I was dreading it. I was like, I don't like these people.
Some of the best feelings.
I don't want to be here. And then I went and I enjoyed. Oh my God, it was so good.
Yeah.
But yeah, this other party, the one time I went to the club.
Yep.
So the one time I went to a club, it was early this year, I believe. It was, first of all, I don't really like drink or do drugs that often myself. Like if I drink, I don't know how people get blackout drunk. But I mean, like if I drink, I don't think I like the taste of it. I think it's just, I don't like the taste of alcohol.
I don't either.
And then I also,
I don't want to say completely like it tastes like apple cider vinegar. I don't think it tastes like super atrocious.
No, I don't think it tastes
especially
atrocious
the hard shit like vodka. Keep that shit away from me. That shit's all disgusting. But beer, I could tolerate. I could deal with it. It's okay here and there, not too bad.
I get you.
Yep.
But yeah, like I also don't do like any crazy drugs either. Like maybe I'll take like an edible.
That's nothing.
Like, that's exactly.
No, weed I don't count.
That's whatever, right?
Yeah.
But like I don't like drink. I don't do drugs.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to do, I didn't plan on like drinking at the club or like taking any drugs at the club either.
Yeah.
But first of all, no one told me this. I walked in, the 3 girls I was with, because it was their birthday party, right? They paid $10 to get in. I paid $20. That made me a little upset, not gonna lie. I didn't know that was like a club rule that men pay more to get in than girls.
I always thought that was a stereotypical thing, but now I know it's true, and that's bullshit.
It's a real thing.
That's fucked up.
But yeah, so I was gonna give the guy 10 because they all walked in before me and paid 10, and he was like, no, 20. And I was like, what are you? Are you doing a racism right now? And he was like, no, you're a man. And I'm like, in my brain, I was like, you don't know that. But I was like, all right, okay. Yeah. So I gave him 20, and then I was out like $20. I was out an extra $10. I thought I'd give him 10. But yeah, so then I got in there, and Mario, everybody, like at least, no, I was gonna be a little mean. I would say at least like 5 out of the 10 people there smelled like Dookie. They absolutely smelled like Dookie. And then on top of that, it was loud, so I had to scream to talk to anyone. It was really hot in there.
Yep.
It was humid. Once again, like the club is like any club you go to is more fun when you drink and or do drugs. Because, they make you feel lighter, make you feel happy or whatever.
Yep. I
didn't do any of that, so I just danced for like 2 hours, and then I was ready to go home like in like 10 minutes into it.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't think it's anything I need to do ever again.
No.
I guess I'm happy I went for the experience, but I'm not.
Me and you definitely need to go on some adventures. we definitely gotta achieve some shit and get some shit done together.
We can go skydiving again.
Okay, don't.
Okay.
Maybe, well, me'd be my first time. You would be.
Yeah, maybe again. But maybe we do indoor skydiving. Maybe indoor skydiving with the giant fan on the floor.
I would do that.
Of course you would. Of course you would. That's what all my friends said. I was like, guys, let's go skydiving.
But the thing is like the way it's set up, it doesn't look scary.
Okay.
It doesn't look scary the way it's set up. I would do that.
So you just don't want to jump out of a plane.
If that counts as skydiving, then hell yeah.
It does count as skydiving. It's just
I would do that.
Okay.
I would do that. I didn't think they'd be if that. Yeah. Let us know in the comments for those listening, watching. Yeah, listen, please make sure you subscribe.
Yeah, make sure you subscribe.
Make sure you subscribe. Please
I'm enjoying myself on this show. This is fun.
I'm telling you, man. I try and tell people. For those that are interested in being on, I'm telling you, if you're listening and watching, just hit me up. That's all you got to do.
I recommend. Maybe I'll be here with you next time.
No, you're definitely coming on again. This has been an amazing conversation. Like seriously, this is one of my favorite ones.
Oh, one of your favorite ones?
No bullshit. I have a lot of I've had a lot of people say, "Oh, which one's your favorite, dude? Which one's your favorite combo so far?" There's definitely a few that I'll say. I don't say them to their face.
Of course not.
I definitely have an idea. I treat every I appreciate every single person that's come on. I don't take it away from anybody, but there are just a few people where they're just built different, especially with how they talk. You're obviously one of them. If you made it this far, I mean, this has been incredible. Like it's been awesome, and I'm definitely gonna have you on again. You seem like you'd want to have.
I'd be more than willing to come on again.
Yeah, I definitely gotta have you on again. You've been so generous with your time, by the way. Thank you so much.
I don't even know what time it is. I walked down here.
It's 5:20. We started at like 3:30.
Are you serious?
I think so.
Oh, that's crazy. See, I knew that like once I walked down here, I was like, I don't even care anymore. As soon as I started talking,
right at home,
as soon as I started talking, I was like, I'm just gonna keep going.
You just feel in the zone. No, I don't want to forget this because I'm still getting used to saying this. Before we get you out of here, and I'm not saying that means you need to get out of here right now, but I want you to share with the people some words of wisdom and or words of advice that maybe you could come up with just for anything, really.
I got you. I have 2, actually.
All right, let's hear it.
So the first one was from my senior year where the teacher, I think it was something for college, and he was like asking kids, I think he was taking statistics for something, and one of the questions he asked was like, what are some words of advice you give to incoming freshmen? And I probably thought for like 10 seconds, and I was like, just do what is important to you. And he was like, that's a really good one. That's first I've heard of that one. And I was like, it's just off the dome, bro.
Yep.
But he said that was a really good one. So I guess that's a good one. Just do what's important to you. So the other one I'm going to say is one that I learned from my professor a little bit ago on this report that I wrote where me and him totally did not see the same thing on this paper I wrote. And he still gave me an A-. I love that man.
Wow.
But what he wrote on my paper was, I totally disagree with your paper, but 2 intelligent people can disagree. So that's going to stick with me forever because I never really thought about that before, but intelligent people can disagree.
Yeah. I was talking with, that was great that you said that. I was literally talking with someone earlier today, and I was saying, I wish we can get back to where people could disagree and not hate each other. We just, literally had the vice president of the United States at our school.
Yeah. It seemed like no one was happy about it for some reason. But I mean, like,
I'm not going to say whether
excited.
I like or dislike our president or the government, because I just don't care about politics.
I don't care either.
Yeah, I really don't. I'm always dumbfounded as to how people could be so obsessed.
Yup.
Like, bro, dude, they don't even know who you are. Like, why are you sweating over them? They literally don't know you even exist.
See, the fact that, like, she was in my breathing air, I was like, that's cool. That's just like surface level coolness to me.
I thought it was cool too. I literally put it on my story because I was watching the live stream just because, and I had two people slide up on my story going, "Dude, you support Kamala? Like, what are you doing, dude? She's crazy." I'm like, dude, I never said that I liked or hated, not once in this post. I never said that. It's the vice president. That's whether you like it or not. It's a big time celebrity.
Yeah, it's a big time celebrity right now.
Big time celebrity
at our school, breathing my air.
Yeah, seriously, that's pretty fucking wild. Pretty crazy shit.
I get you.
So I was saying, like, man, I wish we could just get back to where we didn't just hate each other.
Yep.
I feel like Charizard or Venusaur cool, dude. I'm not gonna hate you. You know where I'm going with that. I'm not gonna hate what Pokemon starter you fuck with.
I get you.
Like, why can't we just get back to that? Whether you like Stranger Things season 2 over 3, 4 over 1, I don't care. Like any of that shit. Just you can disagree, but that doesn't mean you need to think someone's an asshole. Because
Exactly.
But at the same time, that doesn't necessarily give you the right to be an asshole.
It does not.
And know you're right or whatever. People could disagree, and that's okay. With that said, now, a show and or movie recommendation, or both, that you can think of. It could, and animes can count as well.
Okay. For anime, Your Lie in April. I love Your Lie in April so much. It's an anime.
That's going on my list.
It's, oh my god. If you like, so
it's called Your Lie in April?
Your Lie in April. So
Okay,
I was like, I guess I still am. I was a band kid back in high school. So
I learned,
I played percussion. So I did cool stick tricks and whatnot.
That's what's up.
And I played the drums and I was like, I was doing
Ooh,
crazy stuff. But anyway.
Crazy work, yep.
Yeah, I was the section leader for my junior year and senior year.
That's
2 years in a row.
That's what's up.
So, I mean, that life is behind me now. But you give me a pair of drumsticks, and I do be a little crazy sometimes.
Yeah.
But I didn't do band in college. I'm not going to. But anyway.
Yep.
Yeah, Your Lie in April. So it's like, it is such a good show. But if you like music, you're going to enjoy the show so much more. But like the story is so, I'm not gonna say anything.
Have you seen a lot of anime movies?
Of course.
I saw. Have you ever seen Graveyard of the Fireflies?
Yes.
I saw it for the first time earlier this week. I was so sad. I was gutted.
I get you.
I was gutted. No, I was in my feels. And I can't stand people that don't give anime a chance. They don't understand. I will say that I hate those weirdos that act out animes in real life. Those people are so cringy.
They
ruin it. Did you see the person at Goku in the movie theater?
Yeah,
guys, share your energy with me. I'm like, bro, what are you doing? You're ruining it. Don't do that.
You're making us look bad.
Don't do no. Seriously, those people are what ruin it. Just like Rick and Morty fans, like the really sweaty one. Like, don't make it weird. Don't make it weird. Seriously.
I get you.
But if you truly watch it, it's like watching mature cartoons.
It literally is.
It's literally like watching mature cartoons.
Because the storylines be really good sometimes.
If you fuck with Cartoon Network or Nickelodeon, you would fuck with anime. Just give it a chance. And honestly, there's too many shows to count. It's hard to not pick one. And like
there's like an anime for everything.
And that's
so
something that
I hate
it's
that
quick
people
to
don't
watch.
understand.
It's a lot of times it feels relatable, easy to get attached to the characters and fuck with it. It gets you hyped. You take away lessons for certain things.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But people are like, no. And I'm like, why? And they're like, because no. And I'm like, that's not a fucking answer.
Yeah. I'll take that. So Your Lie in April?
Yeah, Your Lie in April.
And then what about a movie?
Oh, yeah, for a movie. So, I didn't think about anime movies until you said it, but have you seen Your Name?
I'm so glad that you said that.
I love Your Name.
I am obsessed with that movie.
Bro,
I saw it once.
Let me show you my wallpaper right now on my laptop. It's Your Name. One of them.
Is it with the star? Is it with the comet going overhead where he's looking out at it?
Yeah. Well, it's like
show me.
I'll show you right now.
Dude, that movie changed me. Your Name. People, please.
This is one of my wallpapers, and it got a clock.
That's oh my god, that's such the Don't show the camera. It's not.
Oh, my bad.
No,
My bad.
No. You showed me, not them.
Okay, good.
No, you guys don't understand the graphics, the story.
Bro, it looks
the
so
atmosphere.
good.
It is such a beautiful movie.
And the story is good,
I didn't know what
too.
it was about. I just saw TikTok posted a clip from it, and it was showing. It was like a sad emoji, and I was like, dude, what is that? Like, why is everyone posting about this? I went and watched it with no expectations. I almost.
That's exactly how I watched it. I had no idea what it was going to be about.
I was watching it at night on my laptop, and I think I cried. I think I did. I don't remember if I did or not.
I didn't cry, but I felt things. Well,
I
see,
felt
Mario,
things that you
Mario,
never thought.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you. Yes.
I'm at that because remember, English, I love stories, right?
Yes.
I'm at that point where like if a story or any sort of, I don't even want to say media, if literally like any story, doesn't matter if it's like a movie, a book, a TV show, if it makes me feel anything, that is like that's top. That's good. That's like good storytelling.
No, the storytelling in that movie. So have you seen Weathering with You?
Yes. I saw it in theaters and I got the little poster for it.
That movie also changed me too.
I was for that movie.
Those two movies, like I went Your Name, Weathering with You, like the day later. Like,
are you serious? Back to back?
Like it hit me with a 1-2. Crazy.
Something I loved about Weathering with You. I mean, get spoilers. I don't even know what I want to say. I feel like I should say because it's like I enjoyed the ending. Yeah, I guess it's vague when I say it. So what I enjoyed about Weathering with You is that like the main characters, they make the bad decision at the end, you know? And I was like, wow, that's like even though it's a struggle for them to get to each other again, they still make like the bad decision and they ruin it for everybody in the city. Yep. And I was like, oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Because, you know, that's like being a little bit selfish, and I love that, you know?
Yep.
So it wasn't like, oh, happy ending. It was like, oh, like bittersweet, you know?
Yeah.
But I love that.
I've seen those two. I saw Graveyard of the Fireflies.
Have you seen any Studio Ghibli, like Ponyo or Howl's Moving Castle?
Ponyo. Beautiful. Beautiful movie.
I think that was my first Studio Ghibli movie.
That's such a beautiful movie.
Howl's Moving Castle is my favorite one.
I could tell you what my anime movie list is. So I've seen Spirited Away.
Yep, of course.
Your Name, Ponyo, Weathering with You, and Grave of the Fireflies. I think those 5 are what I've seen, aside from Dragon Ball Z movies. What was the one you just said?
Howl's Moving Castle. That's my favorite Studio
Ghibli.
Howl, like Howl.
Okay. Howl movie. I'm putting that on my list right now.
Yeah, Howl's Moving Castle. That's my favorite Studio Ghibli movie. And I mean, I love Ponyo. I also love Spirited Away. But Howl's Moving Castle,
Spirited Away, I keep looking at lists and it's considered the greatest.
The greatest movie of all time.
Like one of them.
Yeah, like one of them. Besides Avatar, but Avatar was like the highest grossing.
I thought Spirited Away was really, really good. I loved Your Name more.
Yeah, I totally get you.
I love those ones more.
When Spirited Away came out, that was like it was like a big anime.
I could tell how it was a marvel.
And it dealt with like big topics too.
Oh yeah, it was a beautiful movie.
And everyone was like, "Oh my god, like it's drawn so well and it looks so good and the story is like top tier. This is like the greatest movie of all time."
Yeah.
And then it got awards for being like the greatest movie of all time. And then Studio Ghibli came out with more movies afterwards, and everyone was like, "These are also really good movies."
I have on my list next, or at least highlighted, Summer Ghost. Have you seen that?
No.
Yeah, that's what I have. I could share with you my list as well if you want to see it.
I would appreciate that.
And my show list as well. But with that said, one last thing. Albums. Album, yes.
I think my favorite album of all it's not even like that. I guess it would be.
It doesn't even need to be of all time, or just one that you would recommend to the people.
One that I recommend. I will always, if I ever get a chance, anytime I get a chance, I will promote AJR till my death. Cause Mario, they don't miss. They're so good. Like their album Neo Theater, the lyrics are so good. Like Next Up Forever, they have a song called 3 a.m. 3 a.m. things, and it's just facts back to back to back. Like, it's kind of funny how you vote for someone, to vote for someone, to vote for someone, and then you might end up with someone evil, but you say that he means well. Then the next line, if I keep on talking politics, my friends will dip, they're over it. If I keep on talking politics, I'm Hamilton without the hits.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, they're so, like, oh my god, they don't miss.
I feel like I know who they are. But
you most definitely, there's no way you don't.
No, we're gonna listen to a song or two right when we're done here.
Of course.
For sure. Like I said, man, we could be rambling for
this could go on forever. I could talk about another hour.
But you know what?
I can just come back one day.
No, you will. But we're doing this again. This is incredible. But with that said, Folks, I appreciate you guys for tuning in, for listening, watching, however you got your podcast. Please, as we're on the road to 100 subscribers, please make sure that you subscribe, you like, leave a comment to let us know that you listen, you participate in any sort of way if you choose to. Jared has been a phenomenal guest. I plan on having him on.
You've been a phenomenal host. The setup here is impeccable.
I really
beautiful.
Appreciate that. We got to get you to sign a post before we get you out of here.
Mm-hmm.
And once again, if you don't subscribe, your breath stinks, terrible pits, all that. Stinky toes.
You walk like a penguin, got a big forehead.
Yep, got a big forehead.
But as long as you subscribe, you're a beautiful person.
For real. And that's what matters.
That is what matters.
But if you're not subscribed, you're an op, and you will always be an op to me.
Mm-hmm.
But folks, my heart is with you all. I love you all. Please be safe, especially this upcoming weekend, because we're recording this on a Friday.
Yeah, Friday.
I think I might be releasing this on a Saturday or Sunday, one of the two. But with that said, my heart is with you all. Ciao for now.